everybody. How are you all doing on this? How are you? I'm assuming Spoon muted himself for what he just said. He's saying slurs, as usual. I hope you all are doing fantastic.
Did you just say I said slurs? I said no such thing. Aiden
You
is
said
lying.
no such slurs.
I did.
Are you sure? Wait, is Thanksgiving today or tomorrow? I thought for sure it was tomorrow. Yeah.
I said the N word.
He did do.
And the F word.
Yes, it's tomorrow, right? I was double checking it because I'm also cooking for
60,000 dwarves
for Thanksgiving. I'm not cooking for 60,000. What the? Where did that come
45.
from?
I see, because when you say to me,
that's a big number.
Can you say when you say to me, I don't know how to cook without going an extra mile? It makes me think you're cooking for the 1,000 dwarves.
Bill can attest to how good the things that I have prepared so far have.
She has
out.
the amount of bullshit she's managed to get to march out that fucking oven today is making me think that maybe the textbooks are right about the 40s.
I have made the pot roast I made is amazing, and I made a butternut squash mac and cheese. I've made a bunch of other stuff too, but that's just the cheese it's kind of weird because I'm gonna turn it into balls and deep fry them so that.
No, that's because like, you Americans don't know what cheese is. You just see plastic, so when you encounter real cheese, it's like alien to you.
I live in England, dude. Well, close enough, you know.
Oh, you want to live in England? I'll boot you off the rock with the rest of the
look, no one knows what I mean when I say live in Guernsey. That was more for the audience than for you and Spoon, obviously.
Yeah, if you tell them that you live in Guernsey, they'd know you lived in a proper country.
David Ho does not approve of butternut squash mac and cheese. Hey, it gives it a lovely, you know that fake color that mac and cheese has? It has that
yellow?
exact, well, that bright, no, that fake mac and cheese, like that Velveeta stuff, the fake American cheese, that bright, like orange.
Yeah, like it's plastic.
The butternut squash gives it that color, but it tastes delicious. It's super creamy. A lot of people
all that
make
10 quid's worth of brie in one meal to get turned and fucking cheat you orange.
10 quid worth of brie.
would be on the street, but I pay wholesale.
Right. And deep fried mac and cheese. As I am doing deep fried mac and cheese balls. It's a mac and cheese made with butternut squash. I've made a pot roast. I'm going to put the pot roast in the Yorkshire puddings and then cover it with Duchess potatoes so it looks like a cupcake.
This attempt on my life has left me scarred and deformed.
This is my monthly cooking expedition. Which
monthly? Bitch, you did this at the start of the month too.
Yeah, no, that was for Halloween. I just got sick, and it took me forever to get around to it.
It was God's wrath trying to warn you off this toughest behavior.
Wasn't I sick? Why couldn't I get it done on time? Oh, I think it took me a whole week to make that meal.
Yeah, I'm not sure what like dropped also perilously thinner, you or my fucking wallet.
Oh, come on now. Then what else am I doing? Oh, I'm doing a turkey Wellington. So
remind me not to drink when Bill's about to talk.
Yes, is this stream just an excuse for Aiden to rattle off 100 recipes she's making for Thanksgiving? Yes, right now it is. I'm making a turkey Wellington stuffed with a mixture of...
We tend to talk about food at some point during the stream anyway.
Cranberry, walnuts, and some other stuff. I don't really remember what else is in it now. I have apples.
And then she will refuse to eat any of this shit. And I have to eat it, and people wonder why I'm fat.
I'll eat it, don't worry, I'll eat it. And then I'm going
you won't.
Put that in a mixture of mushroom, chestnuts, and sausage meat duxelle, and then cover that in ham, put it into a Wellington, and I got a Wellington pastry roller. We went out to the store today specifically to find one because it would have taken too long for it to get here. Lattice cutter, because I looked at it last week,
Aiden,
and it would have
gotten
here in time.
What Bill and I would eat in a day, you would last a month.
Yes.
Okay, so the idea of like you're gonna eat it, it'll go off by the time you finish a meal.
Well, I've only just cleaned the fridge from last time.
See,
it looked like someone had died in there.
And now it's time to start all over again. What else is on the list?
I'm fucking Sisyphus over here, pushing this fridge to the top of the fucking hill.
Oh, I'm gonna do I'm gonna candy some bacon.
Nice,
Bill.
So I had to move my fucking headset. What's up?
Does my cooking taste good at least?
Yeah, it's alright.
It's so okay, Jung tea time. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be demoralizing or demotivating. I'm gonna do.
Yeah, everyone in the chat who's still doing their Dutch going.
Candied bacon wrapped around chipolata sausages that I am using a meat injector to inject with actual American cheddar cheese.
Aiden, listening to you cook, I need a
and
freaking
then-
dictionary because
and
half the
then-
things you say, I don't even know what they are.
And then a chipolata sausage. It's a sausage.
This is the
a breakfast
culinary equivalent
sausage.
of throwing up gang signs. I'm sorry, but
And then I'm gonna make those into little corn dogs.
she
so
throws
that-
up crypt so I can throw up blood.
What else was there on the list? Bill's gonna make
There's
stuffing.
a crisp the blood jokes in there somewhere.
Tell me of the hygiene for cooking. What the fuck are you talking about? I wash my hands. I'm actually like really anxious about
Considering the amount you
getting.
drink, you don't need to.
Yeah. Okay, comparatively, Aiden makes everything under the sun. I make stuffing specifically.
Bill makes wonderful stuffing.
I
and I'm just like,
am an
that's so
innovator in the
I-
field of
I-
specifically box mixed stuffing.
Yes,
I have one
Bill
question
likes it
for
the way
your
he likes it.
stuffing. Does it have
He puts
sage?
chestnuts in.
Sage and onion is the laboratory standard like dry mix to start
He's
with,
a good man.
and
Let's see.
it will have a pound of sausage meat in it minimum. It will
Yes.
have other meat as well. I'll
Ooh.
rattle off my meat like
Yes.
fucking distribution set up and a whole ingredients and that shit later
twice
on.
baked sweet potatoes that I'm gonna top with a mix of the candied bacon, cons.
If Bill
so much
dies of
gonna
a heart
candy,
attack,
uh,
I'm thinking I'm gonna know probably why.
cornflakes. Oh right, I'm gonna deep
No, just
fry
the sushi killed me in my sleep.
the mac and cheese balls in ground cornflakes. Yes. Anyway, I think that's most of it. Oh, and I wanted to make wontons full of cream cheese, cranberry, and shrimps.
I don't even know what that last thing is.
Shrimp.
Prawns.
Yeah, prawns. Because we have some prawns in the freezer, and I was like, oh, I'll use those up because I got a bunch of cream cheese and cranberry sauce.
Aiden, be sensitive. You can't say the word prawn in front of South Africans. It spooks them.
Spook. You said a racial slur.
Where?
You should tweet a racial slur.
I can't tweet any racial slurs for another 5 days.
I know. So Spoon has been suspended from Twitter.
Dragged behind that segue like Emmett Till.
Yeah, I can't remember what I said. Hold on. I think someone said something about the short bus. And then
How'd
I
you get
said,
done in for something about the short bus? I mean, I say way more nefarious shit than that on a daily basis.
hold on, I'll tell you what.
All you guys are just.
How I back down to 666 followers? I lost like 30 people in one fucking day.
Because a bunch of people ran away. Remember?
No, it's not, no, I don't think anyone who's leftoid is following me.
No, probably not. Not unless they're a glutton for punishment.
Some of them are. to be
Yeah,
fair.
that's everything. Look, I did the whole thing. I think that's everything I'm making. I
Oh,
haven't even
okay.
checked my list.
Oh, my friend Chris said, I thought we learned after COVID that they need to be relegated to the back of the short bus, but I guess not. And my
Yeah.
reply was then, and drive the bus off a cliff. And
Well,
for that I
yeah,
caught a week.
don't worry,
'cause
Arden.
It's
It's not a
apparently
permanent ban,
glorifying
it's-
violence.
What is it? It's like a day or two.
It's 6 days.
Okay. 6 days. Damn.
Yeah. I think it's because I've already
I
been
mean-
24 hours, and it's like Facebook. It's like a
Cumulative.
one
Meanwhile,
day. Yeah.
guess what I got a notification about just today from Twitter? That Twitter Premium is now available in Guernsey. So guess who's about to get a blue check mark?
Not me,
Uh,
I'm Pov.
Well, it's not. It's more about. It's really. It already is letting me do the long tweets, which is nice. Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
believe they
that-
bonked you for that. It is kind of weird that that's practically nothing. I didn't.
Everyone
know-
at home, isn't everyone glad that Aiden gets to be more long-winded on the short and sweet
know.
platform?
Isn't it
Now
fantastic?
she gets to
Uh,
post horrible, like, drunken diatribes at 2 in the morning.
Also, no, Dev didn't report me. The AI did, because as soon as I hit it, I got.
No, I wasn't saying
clamped.
Dev. I was kind of worried because one of the
No,
first.
someone in the chat asked.
I did say the word retard at Dev yesterday or
Oh,
today.
you can say
I don't
retard.
remember.
That's fine.
I know
Yeah,
apparently
retard's
you
back
can
on the
now.
menu.
Yeah, but Dev is a lunatic, and so I'm sure he.
Yeah, he's a retard. We've established this as part of the operative
Right,
part of the
Right.
conversation.
Well, I didn't call anyone a retard. I didn't even call anyone a retard. I said I'm going to put my retard hat on, but we'll get to that because we'll get to Dev's insane takes because
can't
he's
say-
just going off, man. He's
So,
he
okay,
is
so-
in it.
So here's the
He's
thing.
in this bitch and he can't get out.
you can't say the 6-letter version, but you can say fag in the cigarette sense. That seems to
Funnily
be fine.
enough, he responded to me by saying the F word, but putting a bunch of like different characters in it so that it wouldn't get him clipped, you know? But yeah.
But yeah, you can say fag. on Twitter and it's fine. First, you could probably say it here as well because it's.
I don't know.
It's a British.
Oh, we'll soon find out.
Well, yeah, well, we're always
Yeah.
yellow over here. And I
It's,
don't
well,
mean
it's
we're
an
Chinese.
idiom for cigarettes, so.
Right. Yeah, Bing feeling. Gary Thomas for 10 says, I would like to, I would think that all this cooking was an elaborate plot to off Bill for life insurance if I didn't think that Aiden would have a complete breakdown if when Bill leaves this mortal plane. You have no idea.
Who will she get to eat all?
You think I have life insurance? You smoking crack? I can't afford that shit.
Don't even smoke crack.
I have to pay my fucking car insurance monthly. You know you're on the bone of your ass when you have to go to them now. Just make it so I'm not covered for deliveries. Also gets me out a bunch of shit at work.
Shall we get
shut up
started?
in chat? What did I do?
I don't know.
What did I do? What did I say?
Anyway, my point behind that whole food screed was happy Thanksgiving to everybody in America. And I think they celebrate it in Canada, but it's on a different day. Speaking of a screed, though, and what people do at family get-togethers on holiday is get drunk, as I'm about to pour some gin into this glass. Because Kamala Harris certainly sounds like it, and looks like it, and
she looks
acts
like she had a
like
neck
it.
cut several times.
This is her first, I think, speech since the election. First sort of address. I think she said something at the time immediately. But
I
this
was
has been
expecting
her first
her
kind
to be
of.
forever gone out of politics after this last election.
No, she got drunk and was like, "Hey, camera,
like visibly,
American people."
Visibly, like you can tell she was Bulmer's peaking it for about 10 minutes before this.
Probably.
And then she slid off Bulmer's Peak like a fat bloke off a fucking
which is why
bench.
Bulmer's Peak is a dangerous hill to sit upon.
You need to have a breathalyzer and be like Leahying it.
Yeah, you gotta Mr. Leahy it up. Kamala, you're a fucking rank amateur. You gotta get a breathalyzer so you can maintain a constant level of Bulmer's Peak. And if people don't know what Bulmer's Peak is, just real quickly, was it a Microsoft developer or Mac? I don't remember. Named Steve Ballmer. Yeah.
Sounds like a Mac dude.
Was he Mac?
Oh, I wouldn't dwell on which variety of
really
pedophile that we're discussing.
He was a programmer, and he said that everything he ever programmed, he did well.
Drunk?
Just slightly drunk. No, but he argued that there is a peak where you're not really you're drunk, but you're still like operating normally, and in fact you're operating way better than normal. And he said as a coder, he did his best work when he was right there at Bulmer's Peak. Kamala Harris has fallen off Bulmer's Peak.
She's fallen off in general. You know when you can when you can tell someone had one or two too many and they are careening towards the fucking wall of unconsciousness. Like here we are beyond the fucking wall of sleep.
Yes.
By H.P. Lovecraft.
Here we go. Let's stop belaboring it. Just watch for like 30 seconds.
I just have to remind you. Don't
Man,
you
it bags
ever
under
let
our
anybody
eyes.
take your power from you.
Don't let anyone ever take your power from you. What power?
This
what power do
is
you
legit
have?
piss drunk
How are they gonna take it
auntie
from you?
at
Yes.
the like
Family
family
I
holidays.
gotta tell you
event.
something. Like, look, listen here. Something I really gotta tell you.
Her
I love
pinky is in
you.
a really weird position.
It is, but that's that exact kind of like.
She's
The-
got one of the rings of fucking power on her goddamn third finger there.
I really love you. I mean, it's exactly how drunk people sound.
You
'Cause
you
she's
should
drunk.
listen to those drunk people at a certain point though, because if they sober up a tiny bit, they'll tip over into like criminally good advice. Like, your
like,
area
don't
of
get this
drunkenness.
drunk.
Like the kind of drunkenness
don't
where
get
you
this drunk.
find out where like great Uncle Gary buried that artillery Luger he shouldn't have brought back.
Anyway, here she is.
You have the same power that you did before November 5th.
Yeah, no shit. Nothing's changed. You fucking dumb bint. What do you expect? Nothing has changed. I'm gonna have to use this clip in my new video that I just finished
What's the
writing about
pin
toxic
there?
positivity.
Is
It's an
it a
American
regular
flag.
vanilla American flag? Because it
I
kind
think
of
it
looks
is.
it's so
It
blurry.
kinda- yeah, I think it's the
Israeli
regular
flag.
American flag. I could see the Israeli flag. I could also see it
I
being a
think it's the light.
trans flag, but I think it's
It's-
just
I think it's the
like,
trick of the light.
Yeah, it's just reflecting.
Got a
And you
phylactery
have
there.
the same purpose that you did.
What, the phylactery on her hand
Yeah.
there? This little whose soul was she keeping in that? Do you want-
Rich homie Quan.
yeah, Chet, what soul, the soul of
No.
what person is Kamala Harris keeping in and her
No,
ring-based phylactery. Is it Joe Biden?
That's not a soul. That's the bloodstains from her husband kicking her ass.
Oof. Oof. Purple.
Oh, it's just a lean rock from the domestic abuse dimension.
Watch after. I want to play this again because every time she finishes speaking, she like shakes for a minute, like she's nodding her head, but it comes off really weird. Watch this again.
Ever let anybody take your power from you? You have the same
Look at slight
Ugh.
twitch.
Yeah,
that you
watch
did
again.
before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did. And you have the same ability.
You're going to regret making that motion for...
So don't ever let anybody or any circumstance take your power from you. I just...
What power is being taken away?
What was the point of this speech?
That little head tremor.
Bob, yeah.
Okay, you know, there's that, or I think it might be so long ago it was a Vine, of the dude doing, like, faking being, like, an animatronic, and he's got all, like, the little shakes down at the end of each movement. It reminds you of that. It's like a fucking animatronic.
What was the point of that?
I don't know.
Like,
That was her post-election
who told her to
statement.
go out and say this?
And say, yeah.
Boring cliches that everyone already knows.
You're right, David. She does always sound like this, but she's more sloshed than normal.
In this particular shot, she looks like she's drunk so much she's turning into Michelle Obama.
You know,
So
she's about 2 seconds from that face that says, I mean it.
right.
Oh, man.
Lamented Guide, who's been a member for 7 months, says this episode of Broken Crown is brought to you by Ozempic. Oh, I guess, yeah, we'll need that after my cookie next page, yes.
And the letter N.
Hasselhopper for 5 says the Balmer's Peak, drunk enough to trust your instincts, not so drunk you shouldn't trust your instincts. Well put, well put. Since I guess our early Christmas present was, of course, Trump winning in early November, this is an anti-Christmas present, which has gone over like a lead fart. I don't know. One of this woman who's in this ad for Boots, which if those of you who don't know, don't live in the UK or never been,
pharmacy.
Boots is a pharmacy. So I understand this
Drugstore,
is like
basically.
CVS or Walgreens ran this ad.
But it's a bit cleaner, a tiny bit more bootleg.
Right. No, Boots is fine. Ando, the woman I think prominently featured here, had previously trashed the royal family for being, quote, terribly white during the king's coronation.
I remember her, yes.
Yeah, so here she is in a Boots ad. Oh, a very British Christmas, isn't it?
I thought she was punching the eye there for a second.
Yeah, they wanna know.
Wait. This is licensed music. We're going to get shit canned over
Oh,
this.
fuck. Alright, we'll just watch the ad. Yeah, we'll get canned for the music. But this is just, it's a Christmas ad, but we got a tranny in there immediately.
And it's women, so it's all about
It's
their
all
appearance
women.
and
There's a
else.
gay. Yeah.
Also, was the drag
Oh my
queen...
god, the creepy face mask.
Was
thing?
the drag queen's like outfit and ears inspired by like the Jack Frost from the fucking Santa Claus movies?
Well, apparently the shark mask, if that's what this is available in Great Britain only. Oh no!
I remember fucking Cold Ones using one of those things.
Yeah, they
It's a
bought one
gimp
recently,
mask.
didn't they? It does look like a gimp mask.
It's like an IR lamp mask.
It's supposed to be
fresh
good
up.
for your skin or something, but it's all it's
No,
hooey,
it's
you know.
Fucking hog water.
For which she's old, that's why.
Another, I don't know why this is in horrific like quality, but this is what I got on Twitter. Have you noticed that like all the white people are gay or trans?
I've noticed there's no men in this advert.
Everyone else, well, there's men in quotes.
That's not men.
All of the white people in this
like,
are men or gay men or appear to be gay men.
All the white people look like Tommy Taffy, and all the black.
Yes.
Oh, she looks like she looks like Dave Chappelle auditioning to be fucking Popeye.
Dang.
Or he's villain.
I guess they will allow white women in occasionally, but I mean, this is unbelievable. This is for a pharmacy.
Makes more sense under the moniker of drugstore.
Of course, Santa Claus, the white, cis, hetero male, he's asleep and he didn't do any of it. It's all the black and
Well, he has to
brown,
fly across the world,
gender
so.
queer
Well, yeah, he's a pilot. He's
bodies.
actual skilled worker. He's not a bunch of
Right,
fucking.
but they actually did all the work. They're the ones actually who made all the presents. Dude, it's so freaking insufferable.
They didn't make shit. They're fucking fulfillment workers. They're literally the scum of the fucking working world.
But
I
here's
should
the
know.
thing.
I've been one.
What are the
Here's
comments
the
like?
thing. Again, Twitter. Presuming that that the woke is being put away as AA and Scrump hypothesize, and I seem to see some early evidence that it is. We're going to look at some more tonight. This ad must have been produced like 3 months ago, and they were just sitting on it. And then they had spent so much money on it, they didn't know what to do, so they just released it. Although the UK is usually months or years behind the US in terms of how culture moves. The US tends to sort of trendset on that to the chagrin of many people, many Britons, that eventually it gets imported over to this side of the pond.
All the comments.
But here's her woman who talked about how the king is terribly white. Here's her husband. Every single time, isn't it?
How can I put this politely? If Netflix produced a Tenacious D movie, it would look like this. Exactly like this.
This looks like if Netflix did a movie that involved Obama running with Tim Walz.
I didn't even look at this thread, but this guy noticed the same thing I did. Is that the fat, lazy slob is the only white man in this
Almost
ad.
like he operates a fucking,
sled
global business. Yes.
Like an ultra high-end fucking...
And here is
He's a
something...
delivery man.
True. Here is something that I'm very strict about. People sometimes will say, like, did you delete my comment? I don't delete comments. I don't do anything like that. But in this household... Yeah, one, I'm too lazy and I don't care. And two, I just don't. I'm against it on principle. Unless it's... YouTube catches 99% of stuff. What usually happens is if your post got deleted, it got caught in the YouTube algo. My point is...
I have deleted quite a fair few.
One thing I will not abide is that this is a Santa believing in stream channel. We all believe in Santa here, do we not?
My birthday is Christmas Eve.
Yes. So look, Spoon, you obviously believe in Santa Claus.
How did you get to that?
Because you're born on Christmas Eve. You were a present for your parents.
I was
Santa.
late, so no, I'm pretty sure that was not the case.
All I'm saying, Saint Nicholas is a factual human being who slapped the shit out of someone at the Council of Nicaea.
Yeah, he did that, actually.
So why we've really associated his... I guess he was known for gift giving to children. As
your statement there, behind every great man is an insufferable nagging woman. That's probably why they're successful, because they don't want to go home to the wife.
Bro, we're gonna get through some of that stuff later. Oh my god, we have a bunch of women's wrong signs. You know what? Actually, that's a good segue. I'm just gonna address Wife Jack for a moment because I hate this controversy. I couldn't care less about it. So, for those of you who don't know, I don't know who does it.
Futurama Santa Claus. Yeah, Futurama did
I'm just gonna
Santa
Google
Claus.
it because I don't hear, honestly. Wife Jack. Okay, if you've seen this meme absolutely everywhere on Twitter the last couple days, X, whatever the hell, this is popped off. And what it is that it's men posting things that their wife says that they find endearing, right? I don't know, why is there no scroll bar on this heinous website? So I can't, like...
Do you want to guess why we're talking about it and why it's getting into the public eye? You guessed it. It's everyone's favourite Catalonian fucking catamite, Nick Fuentes.
So Nick Fuentes and the Groypers have decided... Okay, so let me just explain the meme first. It's just... Again, it's things that women say that their husbands find endearing. By the way, AA hates this meme too.
AA hates everything, though.
AA has been on a kind of war against this meme, which, to be fair, would not be the first time he's gone to war against meme that I was like, why are you, like, Professor, why are you doing this? I don't understand.
Hold on a second, though. I have to address something very important.
But I don't get it.
Someone said this. Spoon, how do you feel that Greta Thunberg beat you for Anti-Semite of the Year? How was she beating me? I would like to know what is the competition.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
This.
He's not even the biggest anti-Semite in the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, I have another challenger, do I?
Yeah, me, bitch.
Oh. Oh.
Oh my god.
Basically, what Bill is trying to say is let's stream on Rumble.
Yeah.
See, Wojaks are insult memes. You're right, Rat King. I look, some of the stuff that would get posted. Yes, troll with a purpose. Thank you for
apps.
Yes, thank you for I was gonna bring it up in a second. As I was saying, it's not the first time AA has gotten seemingly weirdly angry at a meme. He got mad at the tomboy abs thing before, which I
don't know why.
I can't
say was
defend that.
ridiculous. What about making fun of tomboy abs?
Very few men will die on that particular hill.
No, it's just that it wasn't that he actually had a problem with it. He had a problem with the meme, and I don't know why Dr. Parvini does that, where he like gets focused on a meme that he just doesn't like for some reason.
Because he's
now,
a
the
boomer.
thing is, though, he just doesn't like this. He just doesn't like the meme. I can't really
Get a racial
understand
flashback
why.
to being fucking run over with a chariot.
From reading his tweets, and I really like Dr. Parvini, but like from reading his tweets about it, he just seems to not like it because it's facile, which it is, true. But the Groypers are making counter memes of Pepe, the frog, like decapitating the wife Jack and her husband and shitting all over her, like literally shitting on her. And because Fuentes thinks that it is gay to love your wife.
To be fair,
I'm not joking.
if he had one, he wouldn't be on Twitter.
Well, Nick Fuentes is gay, so that's why he doesn't have a wife.
This is actually why I'm interested by this whole meme, because it's now being used to flush out like the closeted gay, like just accelerationists.
Hang on, AA is not the amazing atheist. It's academic agent. That's why I started calling him Dr. Nima Parvini. Academic agent.
Again, that's why he hates the fucking wife Jack memes, because it looks too much like Boudica. And that association of being run over by a chariot that's coming back to him. Yeah, so that's another running meme for Bill.
I have nothing else.
Parvini's afraid of chariots, and Dev builds railroads.
He sure does.
Gotta
And
build
eats
them
shepherd's
all.
pies. I don't understand the discourse about this meme at all. I don't really care about it. All I said about it, I think in response to AA before he kind of started going on a tangent about it, was I think that there's a lot of things about this meme.
So why are you doing this?
Well, I'm mentioning it only because it's been everywhere for like the last week.
Oh yeah, I saw
My
Reverend
opinion
post
on
about it
wife-
on the Twitter.
Yeah, my opinion on wife Jack is pretty simple. I think some of the cliches about things that women say do not relate to me because I've never done that. But some of them are things I do. When I was cooking today, I was talking to Bill and I was like, I just kind of did a wife Jack thing. I said a kind of wife Jack sort of thing, which was, hopefully endearing. Yes, and yes,
Not
Kevin,
really.
I know that it is a Reddit meme created by a trans. I don't care, again, I don't care about any of this, completely honest, but it has been in the zeitgeist for the last week. So there is my addressing of the wife Jack situation. I don't give a damn other than that. That's my whole take. Do you guys have anything else to add about wife Jack? I think it's incredibly. If you were angry that this was facile in the first place, then the discussion over it is a million times more facile.
Time I look at it, it just reminds me of like a
stupid.
mix between Quinn and Daria.
Yeah, pretty much. She's not supposed to be beautiful. She's supposed to be, plain.
Yeah.
But I don't see any problem with
Is
men
it
saying
meant
they
to
love their
resemble
wives.
a advanced stage art hoe?
I think so. I think
Yeah.
it's kind of that. It's supposed to be
I
that,
can
like,
totally see that.
she's a recovering art hoe,
Yeah.
probably. She's
Like,
vapid and has says
The
dumb
nature of
things.
aging 10 years since high school has, like sanded off the parts of her personality that were
Looks like
not
the kind of
quite as
person that
durable.
spent too much time with a glue gun.
Yeah, Lamented says that Wife Jack itself is harmless and endearing. Wife Jack reply guys to AA are cringe. Unfortunately, I'm not at all surprised by that. It's probably why, again, he's like spiraled into talking about this memes. Which
I do
don't
like watching
really
AA
personally
go
care about.
off on just like irrelevant fucking memes. It's quite funny.
Yeah, I do too. It's usually quite funny.
Oh, Scott
This is
Jennings.
all-
I like
speaking
him.
of-
Scott Jennings is like
Speaking of
the
quite
only based
funny.
person on all of
So CNN,
CNN.
has invited Scott Jennings to be a regular contributor. He is their token conservative, but here's the thing: unlike
He's the only
Isn't-
sane person on the entire panel.
who's supposed to be the token conservative on The View? I forget her name.
Oh, Alyssa Griffin.
Right.
I cannot
is not
believe
a-
she's 35.
I know.
It was
But
like jarring
she
as
is-
hell to me.
Oh, Xerox share?
Yeah. She is their
Little
token
bit.
conservative. And by that I mean she is not a conservative. She's just there to pretend to be one so they have someone to argue against. Scott Jennings appears to be something of a legitimate conservative.
Yeah, he's just sane.
But he destroyed CNN in a way that, I mean, it's just you get to see it. Just let's all just experience this 20-second clip together, shall we, friend?
I heard what you're saying about X. I saw a survey this week. It's now the most
X, meaning Twitter,
logically balanced
user
platform.
Scott,
of any platform.
stop. It's too early. I just sat down. I've only been here for 2 minutes.
You cannot
continue to say
the show, but
you
it's
cannot
true.
say that.
So-
So that's the case.
Did she legitimately just trot the Peter Griffin defense?
Yeah, she's like, I just sat down. Yeah, what's the Peter Griffin quote?
Who
just got here, yeah.
Who the hell starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
I just sat down. So starts it that way, and they're like, "Who did this poll? What conservative rag
Let him
did this
cook. Let him
poll?"
cook.
Let's find out what conservative rag found that people now think that X, Twitter, is a politically balanced platform.
Not say that.
So
that's the case.
So
Who's the source of that?
What I find, we reported it on this network. I heard what you're saying about X.
Guess what the source of that poll was?
CNN itself.
CNN. The most trusted name in news. My God, how can you cannot be more felted than this. Just you're absolutely felted.
You know when someone on the panel uses your own network and says like it's your own polling that does this and you don't know that, it tells me the reason why CNN is failing is because the people on the network are morons.
Morons.
The blind leading the blind.
Oh my God. The blind leaving the deaf, dumb, and blind.
We've got ourselves a pinball team.
Sure. So the DNC apparently is launched a GoFundMe because Kamala Harris blew so much of their money.
Oh, it wouldn't be the first time she's... Oh, never mind.
Well, she's certainly blown other things.
Yeah, that's the joke.
Yes, certainly blown other things. But she blew, what was it, $1 billion? On that campaign?
1.3.
$1.3 billion, something to that effect. So, the DNC has had to go fund me because of the massive layoff.
Okay, real talk. Can we talk about the fucking fit of these two? What is going on here?
Well, I don't know. I didn't watch this, but wow, what a, you guys in chat can tell me what you think about
Miranda looks alright.
Fox. Miranda looks tired. I don't know, but she's older, isn't she?
Or it's just like it's in the middle.
Miranda Devine.
Yeah, Miranda looks.
That was a bad freeze. It was a bad freeze frame for both of them. Yeah,
but the man on the left, his hairpiece.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what. That's not a hairpiece. I don't know what he's doing. That zoom. Why is you're like 60 years old, my man? Why are you rocking the zoomy broccoli cut?
It's not even that. It's like it's
glasses
like,
as well. It's like what the.
It's like he's trying a comb over variant of like the hairstyle of the pop star from like a Goofy movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
First, Professor,
failed flat
I know
top.
you were very much looking forward to Kamala Harris's speech, as was much of the country. Fascinated by it. But the grade you give it, giving it, surprised me a bit. B only.
Yeah, I would say B because there were a lot of expectations.
This is old. This is some old clip. I didn't know why it's in this article. Done. An old clip.
How old is this clip?
Was a B for barbiturates?
I don't know. Because this is before. This is from 74 days before the election. Why'd you put this in this article, Fox? I thought maybe it would
25th.
elucidate. No,
yeah,
but this
published 25th November.
Yes,
it was
but
election
clip,
night, 74 days to go.
This clip is 74 days before the election, so it's pointless. So the GoFundMe created by the DNC union seeks to raise $25,000 to assist staff impacted by layoffs following their loss. Let's see how that's going for them. Oh, that's just the link. Fox News, you suck.
Can we go back to the election map again?
Oh yeah, let's just enjoy it for a moment, shall we?
Look at that, 312 to 220.
Oh.
Just look at Jesus.
Blood red everywhere. I love it.
Look how much red is in California.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma is a solid fucking tone.
Yeah, some of these states. Wow. Yeah.
You know what's amazing to me?
Oklahoma is. You're right, Bill. Every single county in Oklahoma went red.
Yep.
West Virginia.
That is unheard of for every single county to fold.
I know
Most of California is red.
Yeah.
I know that
only SoCal is actually lefty because they imported all the fucking migrants,
with
and
the
then Reagan
coast
fucking
right here in
normalized them.
Oregon
Jesus,
and
this is destruction.
Before Reagan, like California was actually a red state.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. When I expressed happiness that Trump had won in West Virginia in 2016, people were like, well, of course he won in West Virginia. It's a super red state. I'm like, no, it's not. West Virginia was not red up until very recently. And now it is completely red.
And it was like blue for like 150 fucking years.
West Virginia was blue for nearly 100 years because it was a state that voted
unions.
based on labor unions, which the Democrats have no interest in. Oklahoma's been solid red since 2004. Has it been that? I mean, good for them. But I'm not totally surprised. But just damn, dude, you see some of these states. Oh, it's lovely to witness. I love it. I do love it. I also love that they are now. They're trying to get. I think. Where is the GoFundMe proceeds?
But by the sounds of it, this isn't them. It's not the DNC
right,
itself. It's the DNC's union for their workers.
Yeah.
How are you trying to get other people to pay union fees?
Yeah, exactly.
Explain
Here it is.
to me why that's a thing.
So they are trying to raise. They have 15,000 out of 25,000 on this article.
You had over $1 billion. What the hell did you do with it?
They ended up 20 million debt.
They hired, who was it, Lizzo or whomever? They hired a bunch of
they all look the
people
same
to
anyway.
dance, to shake their asses on the stage, and a bunch of celebrity endorsements that no one cares about.
Glorilla or something like that was her name.
So, yeah, they've reached 18,000 out of a 25, which is nothing. 25,000 for how many people who were laid off? I'm assuming it's a lot.
Okay, last week, two-thirds DNC staff. Let's find out how many people were on staff.
Yeah, what is the DNC staff numbers? So they're trying to get just 25,000 for these laid off people. How many there were? I can't find a number. Bill, you want to keep checking and see if you can find one?
See if you can find that. Okay, going from 680 to less than 200.
Okay.
So we're looking at about better part of 500.
Yeah.
About 500 people.
Less than 30. So yeah, we're looking at let's say 400. It's called even 400. Because that seems to be more fair. So 400 to 25,000. Let's say they meet their goal. 25,000 divided by what did I just say? 300?
400.
Oh right. Whoops. That will be each person will receive $60.
$62.50 to be exact.
$60.50. I hope if they reach their goal, that is what those people will receive for being laid off is $62.
What's that buy you in California these days? A sandwich and a hand job?
That's not even, no, that won't buy you a hand job in California. It'd be like if it buys you a sandwich.
I think the hand job's the cheaper thing in California.
Probably. Horwitz, Feinberg, and Horwitz
definitely done by migrants.
Says Horwitz, Feinberg, and Horwitz for 10 says, I realize this played normally, but why does Harris sound like she's going 0.5 speed? Because she's drunk, my dude. Beard for 2 says, makes sense as they are their client base. That was in alcoholic wine moms? Yes. Feinberg, Horwitz, Feinberg, and Horwitz for another 2 says the whole advert is non-standard game over. Oh, for the Boots ad, 100%. Beard says, born on Christmas, for 2 says, born on Christmas Eve, Santa's gift to the world. You're Santa's gift to the world, Spoo.
What?
Santa is real, and he look, he knows when you've been naughty, and he knows when you're awake. He knows.
Yeah, so does fucking Twitter, which is the reason why I'm banned.
Chit Chat Cat for 140 ZAR says, greeting elders. That black lady just needs some KFC and Colonel Sanders special sauce. Oh, I'm sure. Thoughts on Kai Cenat hanging someone on stream? What? Kai Cenat hung someone? What? I don't know, dude. Elon's AI game studio? Not sure about that. Are you making things up? And ActMam's Democrat Age, the POC guard video. I have not watched. I know the last thing is real, and I've not seen it yet, but I heard that the Act Man, you know that guy Act Man,
Yeah.
defends DI in video games.
Yes.
And attack as heel versus babyface
Yes,
pretty
I
relentlessly.
know.
He has apparently made a video now walking back his initial opinions on Dragon Age Veilguard, and actually saying like, well, actually, maybe there is a problem that's woke. I don't know. That's what I've heard. I've not seen it, but that's what I heard about it.
Kaiser did hang a guy on stream.
Did he really?
Yeah, it was a magician.
Well, that vicious little.
It was a
rat.
magician.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
What's that? Johnny Somali is apparently going to be held in South Korea indefinitely.
Like 25 years?
Yeah, he's gonna. We've talked about him before.
On an unrelated note from the hanging, here, let's talk about Johnny Somali.
Well, no, it's more about like these streamers doing stupid stuff, but like he went around Japan insulting every Japanese person he came across and scaring them. And the Japanese government did arrest him and then let him go. And I think it was really that just the mafia, the Yakuza just told him, get him the fuck out. So he's kicked out of Japan. He immediately then goes to South Korea and does the same shit. But the South Koreans had no chill about it the way the Japs did. You know, I don't speak any South Korean or South Korean. I don't speak any Korean at all except for like annyeonghaseyo. But I do speak Japanese and I know a bunch about Japanese culture because I'm a giant weeaboo. And it's a very Japanese thing to do. Is be like, oh, just get out, just get him out of here. But the Koreans, no chill. Base South Korea, let's go. Put this guy in jail for 30 years.
No,
yes.
Give him to the North Koreans as a peace offering because it'll be really funny.
To the North Koreans, yeah, because he was like spouting like North Korean propaganda was one of the things that he was doing. And it's like you cannot do that in South Korea, you idiot. Yes. Korea best Korea since Rooftop Koreans, absolutely.
By
And
the way,
EC90.
I'm looking through some of the comments on Ackman's video. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people shitting him and like, oh, now you're on this side of the fence, you fucking lame bitch.
Yeah, he's doing the typical pivot of now it's safe to have this opinion.
Yeah, so
after the election.
So you have a so-called honest opinion of the game after legacy media starts to shit on it. You are credit defense sitters everywhere.
It's after the election is what it is. He sees the writing on the wall. Oh, I guess I'll try to do my Ackman voice. I guess it does seem like it's a good time to promote a woke game that failed. Yeah, dude. If you didn't get the memo, woke's going away. We will get to that, like I said.
This is so far the most honest thing. Top
suffer,
surgery.
Ackman, suffer.
Top surgery scars in a world of magic. Enough said. Yeah, which is true.
As I brought up every time this is brought up, is the top surgery done by the same like people who do like the not quieting?
It is the what's it called? Spoon, do you recall?
Tranquil. To me, make tranquil.
Is
it same surgeons?
Yeah.
Oh, basically,
I assume it is
to destroy every emotion. Yeah. Tranquil.
Yeah, take all their basically it's a magical lobotomy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Makes them very useful.
So EC90 for £10. True. Well, they are useful idiots. EC90 for £10 says, one day Fuentes will come out as a furry and everything. Well, he's already gay, my dude. Of course he's a furry. On unrelated note, Aiden, do a video about homelessness and the actual data on causes and criminality rate of homelessness. Man, that's a heavy topic. I would like to, particularly, there might be a good thing a good time to do it because that trial is winding down now with Penny. What's his name?
Is it Michael Penny?
Mike? No, I haven't. It's in my notes, so I know that Daniel Penny, who is the guy who was accosted by a homeless man and his trial is now wrapping up, and it looks like he's gonna get off because, as he should,
because he didn't
do
actually kill
anything
the guy.
wrong.
He didn't actually kill the guy.
He was boiled down to he had a pulse when he was until he was in police custody. Then he mysteriously lost it. So I've had a secondary cardio arrest. Most likely he got beat to death in fucking custody because he was causing trouble for people.
Does anyone remember? This is like several years ago, but I still remember the whole point of the body cams was, oh, we're gonna see how racist police officers really are.
Right.
And then
No,
it
and
turns
they want to get rid of
out
them.
that then it turns out that a bunch of black people really cannot actually understand the concept of when there's a gun pointing at your face, don't do anything to antagonize the cops, try to take their weapons, and end up getting shot and killed.
Yeah.
And if you do this repeatedly,
Yes.
it turns out
And
that,
it's
that
so-
cops, Aiden, I'm still talking for God's sakes. It turns out that police officers might be kind of apprehensive around you. Hello?
Do you remember what they specifically did? What I specifically remember is that they installed a bunch of CCTVs in public places in California, and then immediately after it, in order to prevent crime or find criminals, and then they immediately petitioned to have them removed because turned out that almost all of the criminals were non-white men. They weren't necessarily black. Some of them were Hispanic. Some of them were Arab, or some of them were.
But they're not white.
Whatever. But they
Some
were
of them
not
Irish.
white. Also, we have
Stand
been.
by the statement,
we
Bill.
have been. We have been
Exactly,
incredibly
I'm white.
blessed by the presence of President Donald John Trump in the chat, who said that he made Kamala's drinking habit worse. It does appear so, Mr. President. You did do that.
We find these truths to be self-evident.
So the DNC is broke, and it appears that we were supposed to talk about
Same.
this last week, but we didn't really get around to it, which is that I don't know how accurate this is, but Joe Biden has given Ukraine a bunch of missiles and then given them now the go-ahead to fire them at Russia, right? So I don't think we really talked on this too much last week, but this appears to be, in my opinion, this is Joe farewell fuck you, right?
I think he just hates everyone.
I think he does hate everyone, and I think what he would really like to do is to start World War III before he leaves office so that the Democrats can blame it on Donald Trump. So that he will inherit World War III, or a massive, at least, international conflict that now the US is involved in. Because, although it's not the first time we've given ammunitions to NATO countries, you know what I mean? Which Ukraine is not, but other NATO countries, landmines as well were given, and missiles. And gave them the go-ahead to shoot those missiles.
Do you really think they will run the risk of triggering a literal World War III just to have Trump waltz into office and just completely defuse the situation in 10 minutes?
I'm done.
I
think he will.
Imagine.
I actually
think he will.
I actually thought that might be something that might actually something that might happen. That if you make this massive Trump, I can't talk today. That you just put in this massive what the hell is wrong with me? That you put in this massive trap for Trump, and he just walks in, dismantle it like a chat, and just walks off. You look like an idiot for that. Otherwise, no. That might backfire horribly.
If you're remembered as the people who caused World War III, and Trump's remembered as the person who literally stopped it.
Yeah, he's going to look amazing. You're going to look retarded.
Yeah. Yes, I think that's
He's
what's going to
already
happen.
be remembered well. Now, then he'll be remembered as a fucking hero.
Well, no,
Yeah.
then they'll say that, oh no, Trump's. You have to understand.
They're going to
People we're
spin it
dealing
some way.
with here they're warmongers. They have never seen a war they didn't like. I mean this on the neocon right and on the left. They love war. War is a moneymaker. They want the U.S. to get involved in the Ukraine war. Biden didn't have the balls to do it, so now he's apparently going to throw the football and put it in Trump's court.
English food, not food. How dare you?
I don't think Trump's going to. I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to defuse it.
I should hope so, anyway.
I think you're right, though, Spoon. I think.
It might backfire horribly.
And it might backfire horribly. Well, no one will remember this in 6 months.
Yeah,
If they remember anything, it'll be like, well, Trump kowtowed to Putin.
I think he's going to have to anyway.
Are like completely removed from reality. Well, yeah, but I know that leftists are totally removed from reality because they live in their little bubbles, in their little echo chambers on Blue Sky or whatever. But here's the thing: nuclear war is
kind of gay.
She's cutting out, unfortunately. She's under like a major delay.
Sure, that's one way to put it. I am cutting out.
Let me
Let's
change
move
our
to
region.
Brazil. Yeah, change our region. I think that's it.
To
'cause you're-
Brazil. Some bizarre.
Here we are in Brazil.
Hey, we're in Brazil.
Donde.
Okay. I think people really don't. The people who bang on about this stuff. They don't even have a frame of, no one has a frame of reference as to how horrific nuclear war would actually be, right? It would be. So people who go on, oh, start a nuclear, yes, let's start a war with Russia, have no idea that it inherently means nuclear war, which is going to be death tolls never seen before in human history.
But
I know you want to crawl through the fallout.
They did do the numbers, and they realised that because of course nuclear war overwhelmingly affects non-white people the most, and apparently like white populations would survive at about 80%.
Yeah. I agree with Carl Benjamin. Bring back sword and board combat. Absolutely based. Agreed. So
as someone who's done sword and board combat, that's like.
If it means London becomes a smoking crater, it's a win, I suppose. London already is a smoking crater, to be fair.
Well,
leftoids, again, I don't know what they're doing with this. I don't know what Biden's doing, because Biden is just, I think he's operating completely on his own volition at this point. I know they don't care, Lamented. They might be capable of caring if it affects them. They can say these things in the comfort of their LA and New York apartments paid for by their parents. They can't say these things if they're actually living in a nuclear holocaust. You know what I mean? So, no one wants nuclear war. But these people are insane. So here, oh my gosh, guys. So a hospital was gifted free lunches provided by Chick-fil-A. Now, I remember back in the day, have either of you guys ever had Chick-fil-A? I know, Bill, you probably haven't. Okay. Chick-fil-A, it's like KFC. It's a chicken chain, fried chicken restaurant,
I've seen
right?
people get stabbed over their sandwiches, though, so I imagine they must be great.
Yes. They have extremely good... In terms of the fried chicken market in the U.S., they are widely agreed upon as being the best. Yeah. I used to see it when I was in graduate and doctoral school. I would drive by the Chick-fil-A, and I would see the line, just the cars in line for the drive-through, going like around the building. I think it is. I agree. I think it is overrated, Kevin, because I think it's all right. It's just not the best. But for fast food fried chicken, I think out of all of the companies, with one exception, and this one is a local, more or less local chain, Bojangles is better than KFC and Chick-fil-A. Easily. Bojangles. Ooh, okay, there you go.
Time for another episode of Bill Gives You Information from the Wholesale World. You want really good chicken burgers, like the chicken steak kind. Go on, look up for a company called Meadowvale.
Popeyes is better too, yeah. Popeyes is better too.
If you go for Meadowvale and ask, it's like I think it's phrased as like a fillet steak, like a chicken fillet steak. Mm-hmm. Not the steak burgers. There's a second one that's thin and kind of shitty. Like the really cheap, shitty ones. But there's another one that is just like essentially an inch thick layer of just chicken breast in breading. They're expensive as shit. Sold in 2.5 kilo bags. It's from Meadowvale.
Yeah, I'm not talking some shit about Chick-fil-A. It's good chicken. It's extremely overrated, particularly when they came up with their chicken fries, which is just. I don't know. You're
about to start a war in the chat, but.
No, I don't care. Good, start a war. Not with you, not with Russia, but start a war over chicken. They came up with these chicken fries things that were it was just the same ground chicken they used for nuggets, and they made them into fry shapes, and people went insane over it, right? I don't know. Right. It was ridiculous. You could they were sold out all over the country. Whatever. The point is, Chick-fil-A has the people who own it are conservatives, and they will not donate to the Christians. They will not donate specifically to organizations that support abortion, right? That's kind of their big issue. Yes, a kind of an understandable thing is that they will not donate money. Understand, this is where the hate for Chick-fil-A comes, is that they will not donate money. Oh, Cane's as well. Cane's is great. They will not donate money to pro-abortion lobbies, and that makes them evil. Well, abortion is evil, so I don't give a fuck. So, last week, a Minnesota hospital issued a profuse apology to staff after failing to abide by its values of respect and justice by giving out free Chick-fil-A. If it's free, it either means that the hospital paid for it or that Chick-fil-A donated it. And given that Chick-fil-A is a Christian organization, I get the feeling it was probably a donation from Chick-fil-A to help out a hospital. You know what I mean? I don't know that.
It cuts into their profits, which means that it's draining their resources, which means that if you're against them, you should be accepting it.
Right. Staff at Essentia Health in Duluth complained about the free sandwiches available last Tuesday at the St. Mary's Medical Center atrium. An email chain obtained by the Daily Wire shows. You ready for some extreme autism? Would you guys like to read some of these for me? Do we have them all here or is it just in this thread? I think it might be in this Twitter thread, actually.
I mean, asking if we're ready for extreme autism. We showed up for
the podcast, didn't we? Let's start. Okay,
I'm not sure Essentia realizes the message they are sending to the rainbow hippie employees or patients with this affiliation. The sandwiches might be free, but the implicit endorsement certainly has a cost. Okay.
They, them in the email.
Just
byline.
I legitimately hate these people, like with every fiber of my being, because they have nothing useful to offer civilization.
Like most people in HR.
Damn Canes and Zaxby's. Yeah, you guys are giving me some...
Run over your HR manager with the forklift.
True. I'm sticking with Bojangles, because I think it's a wider chain than both Canes and Zaxby's.
You live on an island that has none of them.
Yes, and I had all of these. The only thing that used to annoy me is that sometimes I would take this bus from Morgantown, West Virginia to Maryland, and on the way there was a not a Popeyes, a Bojangles. There was in DC at the bus station there was a Bojangles. It's at the same as the train station, and all the time when I would be going from Baltimore back to Morgantown, there would be people who would like load up on Bojangles. It's a bus. It's a double-decker bus, to be fair, but it's still a damn bus. And people would just sit there with a big pile of like fish and fried chicken and collard greens and eat it. Oh, Culver's is also really good. And then the whole bus smells like all of those things for the next 4 hours of this trip.
And it's amazing.
And trust me, at first, yes, it's very nice. By hour 2, it's not so nice because now it's all stale and gross. So I didn't like that.
Hungry.
Anyway.
Would you rather smell the kind of people who would do such a thing?
I don't know.
Which fist do you want to get punched with, you know?
Okay, Spoon did the first one. How about you and Spoon trade off on these emails?
Good afternoon. Please spread the word that Chick-fil-A will be handing out free sandwiches in the St. Mary's Medical Center atrium from 2:15 to 3:30.
That's it.
Thank you, Tam Kritzer.
That one's simple.
The Chick-fil-A is an anti-rainbow coalition, which means they're base business, and I would not recommend supporting them in any way. We need to protect vulnerable communities during this time and at all times. Why? Why do we need to protect vulnerable people?
It's funny that their acronym is right. WRW.
I would like to know, why do we need to protect vulnerable people?
Yeah, who cares?
I wouldn't call any of those people. It is just a sandwich. Plenty of the items Essentia Health uses in the healthcare industry, to include supplies and equipment, were likely made in China. It doesn't mean that Essentia supports communism or government oppression.
That's a good point, actually.
I have no idea if everyone did that, but broke up from.
Let's see, this afternoon, is it Duluth?
Duluth.
Our Duluth campus colleagues had the opportunity to pick up a sandwich from Chick-fil-A in a St. Mary's atrium. We have received feedback from some colleagues. We are concerned or offended by this occurrence, and we value colleagues feeling comfortable expressing their reservations. Okay, I need to stop here.
Oh my god. I got a free sandwich and I'm having a panic attack.
I
need to go email.
Okay, if you are offended by a sandwich, you do not need to exist. Seriously.
Yeah, bye.
If you're offended by the moral conundrums of Chick-fil-A, but not of working in the medical industry.
I'm getting hardcore roboting on Bill, which let's go.
Here we go.
Let's leave.
No, you're good now.
Or no, let's just leave. Well, we could just leave Brazil. One we try Rotterdam. Let's try. His Discord's just fucked, guys. I don't know what it is. If you're this upset about a sandwich, you are beyond fucked.
You're working in the medical industry, where they routinely like cover up people just straight up murdering people.
Vex, what the hell are you talking about?
You draw the line at battered chicken.
Vex, my character doesn't even have feet.
A spoon.
What?
I mean, you're a spoon. You're just a walking, talking utensil.
Yeah, I'm just floating. I don't have any feet.
Just floats.
So, yeah, because Vex saying she has evidence I like feet. What the hell are you talking about? You don't.
Ooh. Vex is trolling.
He doesn't deny it.
Vex, by the way. He doesn't.
No,
yes, look, he didn't deny it. He didn't deny it. Ooh, that means it must be true, according to internet logic.
Evidence.
we shall interrogate you in the old ways. Demi Lovato, hold him over the flames.
No. Anyway, continue, please.
Let's see. We would like to thank our colleagues. Yes, we would like to thank our colleagues who had the courage to speak up to widen our lens of inclusivity. Oh my, I want to beat these people.
I think they're trying to widen more than your lens, mate.
Yes, and we appreciate all colleagues continuing to live our values and respect and justice. Like, it's a fucking sandwich, you absolute spackers.
It's a sandwich. All this over a free
These
sandwich.
motherfuckers think they're the Power Rangers.
All this over a
God,
free
this is
goddamn
Captain
sandwich.
Planet.
They fucking quote Maya Angelou.
This is gayer than 2 guys fucking 3 guys. I don't know.
How do they do that?
When you're wheeling out Maya Angelou over a chicken sandwich, first of all, wheeling out Maya Angelou about fried chicken is a little insensitive in and of itself.
Good. Get to that. Get to that. Read that part, yeah?
It's here. Please note that this was not intended to endorse a business or business practice. No, it's just food, you fucking twat. We respect all we are honored to serve and employ, and situations such as these are an important reminder to consider all viewpoints. No, it isn't. There are some viewpoints that you should never consider because they're done by retards. As we strive to be thoughtful and inclusive as an organization, okay, if you include everyone, your organization is shite. You should definitely not include some people. We will all have learnings along the way. In other words, in the words of Maya Angelou, when we know better, we do better. Okay, considering
that's not true.
Considering the things that I know, my evidence or my ideas of doing better involves genocide.
It do be like that sometimes.
Well, let's put that away.
Why?
Spoon.
I'm related to Quentin Tarantino? No, Quentin Tarantino likes blacks way more than I do.
So remember this douchebag from last week? I think we did.
Don't blame the voters.
Which one?
I think, look, we could get in.
So this is Professor Alan Lichtman. This guy here, right front and center.
If you have this panel in front of me and say, do you remember this douchebag? Literally,
I mean, there's a lot here.
Last time I saw a panel like this, I think I was organizing for Shepard to put a couch through a fucking window into the void of space.
So the biggest scriptures, of course, are on the
a buffalo,
Cenk Uygur,
Skeletor.
This guy here, Skeletor, is Alan Lichtman, and then that's oh shoot, what's this little zoomies name?
Harry the hippo.
Harry Sisson. And I don't recall who this guy is.
That name.
Bargain Bin Al Sharpton.
Yeah, Bargain Bin Al Sharpton.
The guy in the middle legitimately looks like someone attempted to clone like Matthew McConaughey and failed.
So here's the thing about the guy in the middle,
like?
Alan Lichtman.
Who is the pedophile in Red Dragon?
Oh, the guy peels his face off. He does look a bit like he peeled his face.
He does look like him. Oh my gosh.
He looks like an evil version of the main page guy from 30 Rock.
He does. So here's the thing about the guy in the middle.
Something with an M. Someone in the chat will know.
Oh, I don't. But yeah, chat, see if you can figure out what Spoon's thinking of. This guy in the middle here, though, he predicted Kamala Harris had basically no possibility of losing. He has been right on election predictions before. He was, of course, catastrophically wrong here.
Mason, that's the guy. Thank you. He looks like Mason Verger.
Yeah.
Yeah, before the accident.
If you rock up,
just so you can see this though.
If you're in a fucking space opera and this is the council you're talking to, you know you're about to get blamed for some shit that isn't your fault.
For sure. So here's what he had to say about this on Pure.
Listen,
guys, I am going to put off. We're going to talk about Emma Vigland's appearance on Piers Morgan at the end.
Let me ask the chat. Do I do a video on this?
On Emma Vigland?
No, on this particular
Piers
one.
Morgan? Oh, you should, because wait, I'll get to this guy. We did cover
Yeah,
before.
fucking Alan Lichtman, like, literally took Alan Rickman and made it more literalated.
Hang on. There's a reason I'm replaying this, though. Let's listen to it again, though, to refresh our memory about this stupid idiot who...
No, I'm not getting over this. That's a fucking tokusatsu villain. That motherfucker looks like he fought the VR troopers.
Into this discussion, but Juan, I think you're blaming the voters. I think that's a terrible idea. Look,
rare voice of sanity from Chunk. In fact,
2015 throwback.
A really crazy thing you're going to see that we're going to cover later is that Whoopi Goldberg has become the rare voice of temporary sanity on The View.
Don't spoil it.
What?
Look, I debated Professor Lichtman before.
Yep.
I told him his theories about the keys were absurd. I was right. He was wrong. I said he'd lose his keys.
No, you were
Couldn't
not
find
right,
them
and
before
I
the
was
election.
not wrong, and that's a cheap shot, and I won't stand for it.
Well, who won, brother?
You should not
sitting down.
Cenk sounds jovial that Trump won, mainly because he's just. It seems to be purely
Just a
because he
dunk on
doesn't
this
like
dude.
this other guy.
Yeah, just a dunk on Lichtman, yeah.
be
Who
taking
won?
cheap
Who
shots
won?
at me.
Who
You
won?
want to make
You
your
live
make your
in a
point.
total
Don't make
world
it
of
personal.
denial.
I read your own followers' comments, and they all trashed you, every one of them, and support.
Yeah, and by the way, based on Cenk, rare... You know, I think that we talked about this before, Spoon, that you and I both... Did you also watch The Young Turks back in, like, 2015?
Yeah.
Was it you? Yeah,
We
I
all
used to
did.
watch them too. I think we all did. We used to watch the Young Turks
used to
back
be
before they
downright
went
watchable.
absolutely insane. Yeah, they used to be like, oh, I'll put
They
this
used
on
to
the background. They
judge
got
and
some
guess celebrities by their genitals. That's the kind of shit they used to do. They used to be like quite unusually fun.
And we're seeing a flashback to
pre-2016.
this.
The Young Turks were reasonable. Were funny. And then they became complete woke
Because they had Jimmy
leftists.
on.
But deep down, I think Chunk's never changed. He's just had
No.
to hide who he is.
He definitely seems to be aligning himself with Trump here purely because he fucking hates
He
Lichtman.
hates this Lichtman dude, yeah.
Supported me. So
Yeah,
quiet
right,
with
right.
your personal
Yeah,
attacks.
come find out again.
Make whatever
Okay.
point you want.
Yeah.
Just make it
You
personal.
don't know anything.
You know, right?
You don't know
You
anything.
attacked me
You
personally.
You're so
Aw.
deluded.
All right. I've only
Okay.
been a
Can I
professor
just-
for 51
on
years.
this
Oh, yeah, I'll pump the credentialism right into my fucking veins, Professor! Jesus Christ, so is AA. So is Academic Agent. He's also a fucking professor. You wouldn't consider him legitimate? Since we talked about AA earlier?
I don't continue anyone who wears a tie as ghastly as that to be legitimate.
Oh my god, what is this tie? Here's the
It
thing.
looks like it's not rendering correctly.
Here's the thing, Professor Lichtman. Do you
You
know
know
what
what-
I was? Do you know what I was?
I
A
think.
professor. I
think-
also was a professor, so get fucked.
Do you know what I think? I think it's helmets.
Helmet.
I think it's meant to be like a
Yeah.
beach or some shit.
No, look at it. Look at the top one. That's a helmet with like a face screen. That's like a reflection in it.
It looks like a picture of, like, old...
That,
I don't know
It's
what it's
fucking.
In my
Ghastly.
in my screen, it's black and green because I've got a late night filter on, so my color scheme is really what was thrown off.
program,
Published
I've never been
13
able
books.
to finish a
How
thought.
many books have you published?
Why is he
Been
shaking?
no, because you're
Oh, how many books have you published?
He's beginning to sound like that one bowling dude who's like, "Who the hell do you think you are? I am." Like, well, it's like this guy's turning into a fucking King of the Hill character.
A little bit, yeah.
How many books have you published? What a credentialist piece of shit.
personally
Yeah.
attacking me again. Say whatever you want, but I'm not going to
Okay,
stand
but
for
brother,
personal
you got it
attacks.
wrong.
Say
You were
whatever you want.
preposterously and stupidly wrong. So, okay, all right. Can I just
Don't
finish
call
a
me
goddamn thought?
stupid.
Ever.
He didn't call you stupid. He called your prediction stupid, because it
Yeah.
was. Dude, I can't believe I had to back up Cenk Uygur. But he's right. Cenk is completely right here. You called it 100% wrong. He's not calling you stupid, although he should. He's calling your prediction stupid. You took it personally because you're some kind of weird freak, dude.
On this
You know,
show.
No, not if you're
Sticks it a bit
personally.
on this as
I
well.
admitted I was wrong.
Sorry, say again?
Sticks it a bit on this as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we actually said Alan Lichtman's keys are fine. The methodology
Yeah.
works. It's just that the input was horrible. For example,
And the
one
reason,
of the,
why
one
was
of them
the input
was
horrible?
well, one of them was a disastrous foreign policy. which did happen under the Biden administration, and he just ignored that. Like, so
Well,
no, you went full libtard.
Okay, so what I would say with the polling is, as a social scientist, is the problem is that when you are perceived as being in the minority, as conservatives felt, or at least it was unacceptable publicly to state that you supported Donald Trump. Remember, oh my gosh, I'm hearing this stuff now. I don't remember who did I hear this from earlier today, where they said, we never called Trump Hitler. We never did that. We
Yes, you
never
did.
ever did that. I just heard some leftoid saying this earlier today. I think it was in a HB clip or something. I don't remember who I saw say it. But
Yeah, it was the one of
Yeah,
the
who said that?
dudes on Piers Morgan show with him.
Oh, it was it
It was
that
it was the
soy
boy.
boy, that silver-haired soy boy who's on with Emma Vigeland?
No, he's a young dude. He's like 22.
He's younger. No, but
He's
he's
not
got his hair
silver-haired.
dyed white. I can't imagine why anyone would
No,
dye
he
their
doesn't.
hair
No
white.
blonde. His hair's brown.
Yeah, we're talking about different people. Anywho, I heard
The only white
leftists
person
saying this.
is freaking Glenn Beck.
Whatever. I don't know. I heard someone say this today. I'm sorry, guys, I don't have it off the top of my head. But they said, like, oh, the left never called Trump
Yeah, it was the
Hitler.
boy in the friggin' thing. I watched it earlier today.
Okay, so it wasn't Kyle Kalinske?
No,
wasn't
well, it
Kyle
might have been him.
God, I wish Trump was as cool as Hitler.
Okay, I don't know. I don't remember who said it. But the
Jesus
left's
Christ.
new narrative is that we never called Trump Hitler.
Even Hitler.
Maybe some random people on the internet did, but we never did that. And
You
I would
did.
love that statement to be put up against the millions of quotations of them calling Trump Hitler over
Yeah,
the course
honestly.
of the last 8 years.
I said
'Cause
Trump's
it's
not that
been
cool and Hitler ain't that
nonsen-
cool. He's an
nonstop.
Austrian laughing as a German, for fuck's sake.
True. But like it's ridiculous, and now they're just lying about everything because it's all they know. These people legitimately do not know what they don't know how to tell the truth. They do not know how to.
No, because their
All
entire
they do is
worldview
lie.
is built on bullshitting.
Yes, so they have no idea how to tell the truth. So all they know is lies.
I don't need you to call me stupid.
Okay.
He didn't call you
say
stupid.
friend
You're
doesn't
stupid.
use
Democrats.
I'll call you stupid though, because you are.
Getting
Who
along
taught
so
you
well.
Whoa, Lucy Lemonbug, thanks for the 5 Broken Crown gifted memberships. Thank you.
Manners.
It really is like watching a.
Harmony as you all come together again.
Hey, Alan,
right now.
Hey,
You just want something out
Alan, you
here.
deserve.
How is Chunk able to control the room like that?
He's used to making fucking Hassan listen, so he's used to dealing with people
Yeah.
who are like a sub 40 IQ.
Because as we're going to see later, Piers Morgan can't control anybody on his show. And apparently Chunk can.
Todd
To be-
wrangling
to-
seems to be like an
No.
actual talent of his.
No, I will say a couple of things. Emma Vigeland used to be on TYT.
Mhm.
She's not anymore, which means Jang fired her. And considering her
Yes,
attitude,
she's on,
I can see why
Tim
Jang
Cedar
fired
show.
her, because Jang could probably assault
Yes.
her.
I
And
talked
frankly,
about it
so would anyone.
before, is that I thought, well, we'll get to it when we get to it, about Emma Vigeland's insane rant.
Can we just point something out here?
or
Every one of us on
interview.
this panel does not like women, yes?
No.
Of course I
Well,
am.
and no, I mean, I know, hang on. I do like women in general. I don't like women in modernity, if that makes sense.
Okay,
I'm a
well,
woman. I don't
I hate women in
myself.
general, and I hate women in specificity.
My point is, I don't
So do
hate.
I.
I'm a woman. I do hate myself, but not in that way. I don't. And I have my own fucking hangups. It has nothing to do with my gender, my sex.
No,
You know,
I disagree because you've said to me before that you can see the rational reasoning and it's being overridden by girly parts.
Yes, well, that's true.
Yeah, that's
that is
because
true.
you have a male
I have expressed irritation with that before, where I've been trying to think about something logically, and then my woman brain takes over, and it's like, oh, you know, and it is very
And this is
frustrating.
why Bill should beat you.
Okay.
All up the stairs.
Domestic abuse. We can joke here.
I mean, if I hit the
Unlike Aiden,
if I hit the
doesn't count as it
floor
does Kevin.
directly above me, I would probably just pull her through the floor. Unfortunately, through my desk.
Look, I don't.
I mean, if
hate
you ever want to do
women.
that, it's kind of
I
best.
hate the way that women are particularly encouraged to behave. That's what I hate. I'm on. That's why I said I'm on board with the wife jack meme. Like, yeah, women are annoying. We do gay annoying stuff
Yeah, like talking.
all the time.
The only
Yes.
thing more annoying than
We are
women
right
is homosexuals like fucking Fuentes.
But
And
the
Milo.
Who
point
then
is,
whinge about women making themselves double
is
women.
that women are annoying But we have to exist in order for the human species to continue to exist. I think that it's best to try and just put a lock on some of the crazy women. That's what makes the most sense. There are a lot of women who are okay. Yes, there's plenty of women who are all right. Okay.
Yes, they exist in South Korea.
But
are you not aware of the weird feminist cult in South Korea and how bad things are out there?
I can break them with English.
We talked about 4B before. Yeah. Look again.
Yeah,
I've got
because that trick works so well for me.
I have
a mace. What makes you think the hammer will work more?
Well, Bill knows this, and you know this too, Spoon, because you're in it. But I have 2 group chats that I talk to regularly. One is my girly group chat. That's all women, and the thing that's crazy is, and the other one is a male group chat where I'm the only female in it. And I have not once, but I think multiple times shared things that were posted in my girly chat to the boys chat because we were bitching about it over there in the girly chat. It's not all women. It's a certain mindset of women that is insane. And that's why women need men to tell us what the fuck to do. And I'm serious as a heart attack about this. All women want is for a man to tell her what to do.
Yeah,
I know that
if you want proof
send
of this,
feminists into a tizzy.
If you want proof of this, ask any woman you know what they would like for dinner.
Exactly. She will not answer. She will ask you. She wants to defer to you as a man every time.
So just
it's
suggest
because
whatever's
it's
the
baked
least effort.
into our DNA. Okay, Sorry if I hurt your feelings.
By the way,
I actually don't care.
I can attest to this because I have a bunch of female friends, and all my female friends are unusually based, more than a lot of the guys, except maybe like not Bill, because Bill's probably the most based person I know. He's Grump. Although our little group is like, man, Harry said some pretty spicy shit earlier. I'm like, God damn, Harry is pretty fucking out there. It's good shit. But
don't say specifically.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about though.
Yeah, he's like, damn, Harry. But almost all of the women, and some of them are content creators, not Vex, by the way, before people think, because this sounds like something that Vex would say, but I've had some other ones, and almost all of them, when they have to interact with other women, get annoyed. like give me a show with a guy, so I don't have to deal with the shit.
You gotta find a good female group. I have a good female group of friends, and trust me, it is good for women to be around other women. It is. Like,
that said, man, gentlemen of the chat, know this: if your wife has a group of friends like this, 9 times in 10 they will hate you for seemingly
That's the
no
problem.
reason.
Yes. That is the only issue with girl pals, is that they will like
misery loves company.
We just can't tend to do this thing where we like judge the other girl's partner or something. Oh, girl, he's no good for you. It's a girly thing where you're trying to help the other woman out who's your friend, and trying to assist her in some way to feel, but necessarily always actually helpful. Anyway, let's get back to this, and I want to get into this Alan Lichtman stuff.
Tall glass of shut up juice, so can you just shut up for a second and let someone
the Romulan is Vex.
Exactly.
The Romulan is Vex.
Yeah, he is a Romulan. Holy shit!
Here and stand for personal attacks, for blasphemy against me. You don't
blasphemy against. Can you imagine using the term blasphemy?
Does he think he's some kind of a holy figure?
I guess so. Blasphemy against me? Blasphemy. What a fucking word. I accidentally clicked out of it.
Don't blame the vote.
You don't need to do that. You don't
blasphemy against you. Who the hell are you? Are you Jesus Christ, you loser?
Yeah, good.
Okay,
good. Even extreme leftoid shit.
Cheng looks like he's getting fucking riled up at that one.
Even
this is funny.
Confirmed DNC shill who is paid millions of dollars by the DNC to shill the DNC, Harry Sisson, can't help but laugh at that.
Fucking Piers Morgan's fucking
Give the
cracking up
correct
there.
answer for once.
So here's what has happened since. Guys,
his show is very popular, actually, for some bizarre reason.
He deleted his Twitter.
Who? Alan Rickman?
Alan Rickman.
I would pronounce that name as Alan.
He deleted.
Oh god, it is spelled
fucking
Alan.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Why
If I showed up to a fucking game with an undead character called Alan Alan Lichtman, whoever I was playing would throw fucking books at me. That is the most on the nose bullshit. You named yourself Alan Rickman, but with like it's like calling yourself Tom Bones and being a bard. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
Fucking temerity is bullshit. I swear.
I'm just gonna post this. Bill did run out of my.
I already brought the other one up. It's directly next to that.
Oh,
one.
you did. Oh, you're the best. This is why I
what
love you.
you're looking for.
Okay,
is this
so this
Whoopi
is
saying something sane.
This is Whoopi saying something sane.
The first
I want to
time
call her
ever.
Sotomayor, but that's not her.
It's a Christmas miracle. Quickly, make Sister Act 3.
What's the name of the Hispanic bitch on this panel? Do you recall? Yeah, I also don't remember her name. The Hispanic bitch, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Alyssa Mercante. No, that's not. That's the Kotaku bitch. The Kotaku bitch.
Marcano or whatever.
No.
I can see a face.
Marcano.
Alyssa's apparently the
No.
Trump voter. She's their faux conservative.
No, Griffin. Alyssa Griffin. Anna Navarro.
Yeah. Anna Navarro, thank you. There it is. Anna Navarro.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, chat. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. So she is responding to Anna Navarro, continuing to talk shit about Trump. And this is interesting. Let's listen.
Than most people have what I'm looking for.
Yeah. No, and we recognize.
Yeah. So.
Oh my God! Actually, hang on 1 second.
What I'm looking for.
Yeah. No, and we recognize.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Anna Navarro, who's this bitch in the center. I have to say before she says anything, because she's a lunatic. What's going on here? What's going on with these titties? I have an actual question. Look how saggy they are.
She's like 63, Aiden.
Dude, wear a push-up bra. This is... Oh my gosh, lady.
These things are far apart than Brittany Venti's eyes.
Put them puppies away. What are you doing?
Who the fuck is out here on The View blasting nips?
Well, I don't want anyone on The View to blast nips. Oh, shoot. We did have a... Oh, we didn't.
What?
Damn, son, though. I thought... I didn't know if we'd watch it. Dude.
So I think what we're all saying is we're going to sit and watch. We're going to wait and see because we can't do anything else except.
I'm not going to wait and see. I mean, this guy is told us he's a retribution. He's going to be a dictator. Doing like
there's nothing to be done until you know what you're fighting. It's.
Whoopi brings up a good point. What are you going to fight when he's not in office yet? What are you fighting against? I hate to admit it, but Whoopi Goldberg has a rare W, which is, what are you fighting against? The man's not even in office. You have no idea what he's going to do. What are you fighting against?
Some of these people are more than capable of getting some dubs, and they just choose not to because they're willfully fucking ignorant. That's why it annoys us and why we get pissed off at people. Fucking Whoopi Goldberg is one of the most shrewd business people of like the black actresses in Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's why she has the last name like Whoopi Goldberg, because she took a Jewish name to be more fucking, competitive.
Profitable in Hollywood. Why she changed her name to Goldberg, yes.
It's pissing in the wind doesn't help.
This is something that you will not find
looks horrible.
any leftists talking about. Obviously, because it's a pursuit of power. And friggin' Mulbach pointed this out as well, is that the right believes in government and the left believes in power, which is why they win.
Which is why they win, yes.
Yes, and he said this
Mulbach is
before.
completely correct on
remember
assessment,
that the Jim Rutt episode that we did?
Mm-hmm.
And Rumble, where he just said, Republicans believe in the system, whereas Democrats don't, and so if you don't, you're free to hack it, which is basically what they do. And what I find just bizarre is that there's no conversation about what do you actually want the state to be able to do. I feel like if you want to frame break just a liberal, ask them what do you think the state, I'm going to do a video on this, by the way, ask them, what should the state be able to do? And when they inevitably rant off a list of things, ask them, now what is the chances of the state obeying your morality? Just answer those two questions to them and watch them just lose their mind because they can't actually answer those questions. And with these people, when you sort of look at it from that perspective, you assume that these are the set rules of a game. That's where Republicans see it. These people are no longer playing that freaking game. And when you realize, oh, you're actually no longer playing the game, the moment you point that out is the moment they scream authoritarianism.
Yes.
Because they don't give a shit about the Constitution.
Exactly.
They just
they don't
want...
care.
Yeah, so
These people
that's
hate
the bit that you got to realize.
They are using the things that you believe in,
it's the Dune quote
the Constitution or democracy, as a way to infiltrate society to get what they want, which is gay socialism, where they are the... I mean, I hate to use it, but it is the reality. What they want to create is the Hunger Games.
When I'm weak, I ask for your help because that is according to your principles.
Yes.
But when I have power, then I will it over you because that's according to my principles. Yeah.
They see themselves as all being the ultra elites in the Hunger Games scenario, and they are all going to watch over the poor, and they love this, by the way. And I'm not saying this baselessly. I'm saying this based on actual research and data that leftists hate poor people, and they love getting 1 cent over you. That's what they base their stuff on. As long as they have more than you, they are happy. Yes, their entire ideology is based on envy and hate. I know they claim that's ours, but that's projection.
Someone said if you remove envy from leftism, you just have gay pride parades and moaning.
You have nothing. Yeah, you have nothing. It's just envy. Their entire shit, their entire ideology is envy.
By the way, you can easily tell this because there's no objectively decent leftists. Anyone who builds, who constructs, who does anything useful for society are all right-wingers.
Yeah. Left-wingers do not build anything. They only destroy and consume. Yes.
Where's my boat take down the plebs? No, Lucy, your job is to read Cortez.
Chit Chat Cat for
well done,
35 ZAR says, talking about feet, I'll have the Big Daddy Spoon and Little Sister Aiden commission sometime in January. Oh God, dude, I know what you're doing there. Lucifer the Different for two Canadians says,
what do you think he's going to do with that?
I know. I don't know.
He's making us the Bioshock characters.
Oh, okay. Oh, that'll be
fun.
Oh,
thank Christ.
yeah, what a relief.
Yeah.
Soul on the Lich for 50 ARS says, Piers Morgan should invite Moo Dang, the baby hippo, to a show to explain the blasphemy, Lichtman, how it called for Trump and Lichtman missed. He should invite Moo Dang. I definitely agree with that. Lucifer the Difference says, I totally ignored your super chat. I didn't mean to. Sorry. Got it now. Thank you, though, for the 2 Canadian. Supreme Emperor Kizla for £5 says, your king has blessed the stream. What juicy content have I missed already? I mean, it's been gay. Also, your king shall return to YouTube very soon. That'll be fun. Back. And Caleb Knight for £6, €6, excuse me, says, there is only one correct stance, per Uncle Alex Jones. I'm a human supremacist. Our race will not end at the end of this. Our race will not end at this planet. Everything else is inferior to it. And gives it for another £5 says, weaker than I call them SIGs. When I'm stronger than them, I make them victims according to their ideology. Any objections? Yeah, go ahead. I agree.
Normally we wouldn't, but that's kind of the rules that kind of the point that we're at right now. So
let's go back to this.
Let's return to international viewery.
Well, here's the thing that's insane, is that, again, Whoopi is on the right side in this interaction, which is incomprehensible.
You just get a wet face.
But I mean, what I'm saying is I have no false expectations that at 78 he's going to all of a sudden turn into another human being. And I'm not going to I spent weeks telling people that he was apocalyptic. I'm not going to change now because it's still the same man.
Not treating every single thing like
I think that's when we lose credibility.
Well, here's the thing.
Could you imagine
something that
actually
I just noticed,
watching this show legitimately and not as like just us junkie?
Not just like lose your freaking mind. I have noticed something.
People are insane. Talk over each other.
The past week has made me realize why Queen Victoria said women shouldn't be involved in politics. Because it's just a disjointed mess. And they have not to be taken seriously. Like, women just do nothing but bitch. and whine about irrelevant fucking shit. You are useless.
Well, they want a man to go do something about it.
Nothing we can say will ever be as scathing as the shit Florence Nightingale used to say about other women.
Oh god, no, Florence Nightingale was really based.
Florence Nightingale was super based about women. But it's like, yeah, they're just this fucking hen house here to complain about.
She objectively said women are not capable of empathy.
Yes.
I think that Florence Nightingale, I think that what she meant by that is it's not like women are totally incapable of empathy, but that the average woman, and this is what I don't get. I do sometimes feel like I'm wrong. And by that I mean I was born wrong. In that I look at the things that women say and think about and care about, and I'm like,
what's wrong with you?
Could not care less about this shit. And I just don't get it. I don't know if it's not being a normie or not. I think there are a lot of women who agree with me. Right?
No,
but it's something about
just have a guy
this
brain.
No, I think it's actually like this mentality that women have given themselves of, I'm just a big stupid idiot.
And you're a monarchist.
But also take me very seriously. Take me very seriously because I'm a very serious person and I'm very educated and I have a
lips,
1,000 degrees.
Makes you sound gay.
You know what I mean? That's how they talk about it. But I can't understand them at all. But then like I talk to regular women about regular things and it's normal. You know what I mean? This is not normal. This is some performative gay shit. Let's continue.
You lose credibility in many different ways. If you don't know what you're talking about and you accuse him of something, then they're going to blow it back. That's why I say we need to wait and see exactly what you're going to do. Are you coming after all the folks that come to this country for a better world, who come here to work? What are you going to do with all those folks? What are you going to do with those jobs when you take all these people away? When you talk about getting rid of folks, you better know what your
So she's not sorry if I overhyped this. She did shit on Anna Navarro and told her that like wait till Trump does whatever he's gonna do. But then she falls right back into her. She had like 1 second.
This is why being on the right is just pure suffering and there's no real upsides. It's because the people we are dealing with on a regular basis, they either are running weird fucking linguistic rings around us, or they're like this, where demonstrating even basic like strategy of any fashion makes them the smartest person in their whole fucking crew, let alone the room. Like, there's no glory to be found in the fucking psychological equivalent of infanticide.
Yeah, pretty much.
Back game is going to be before you talk about what you're going to do until you know what you can do. And you know what I can do. You know what I must do.
Okay, she's descended into gibberish.
I do.
Yeah.
I gotta go to break.
Again, like I said, it was this one weird second where she
clarity
almost became self-aware. Yeah, it was interesting. I found that interesting. Even the New York Times, though, is saying it's time to stop with the Trump shit. Which I'm not gonna read this. Obviously, I can't get access to the New York Times because I would never pay them a cent. But this is the Western Journal reporting on it. With the election now over, the courts have decided quickly whether to move forward with the criminal cases against Donald Trump. Although this idea will pain my fellow Democrats, all of the cases should be abandoned. This is the start of the article. He goes on and says, no, it's time to stop the political persecution and prosecution
that's interesting.
of Donald Trump.
That tells you that there was no legs to the case. It was only politics.
They know there's no legs. They knew there were no legs. They knew that they all knew this the whole time. Yeah, exactly. What Spoon? Everybody knew this. Is that there was no legs to any of this? They were just doing it to try and kneecap the hamstring.
I almost think they just did it for the ratings in the news.
Mm-hmm.
And also just to give themselves like a job.
Very possible. Yeah, they gave themselves a job by creating this fake shit they knew would fail.
And I was like, oh, we have more important things to do, like actually trying to stop him from
doing...
Oh, yeah,
we got more important stuff now to do. Okay, very cool. So Neil deGrasse Tyson has embarrassed himself on Bill Maher.
Again?
He is a moron, and I'm going to explain and show you how he is a moron.
Oh, no, you cannot play this.
And how he is a credentialist.
You cannot play this.
I can't play this?
No, I guarantee it'll get clipped.
I don't care. I fought the last thing. So guys, if the stream goes down for a day or so or whatever, understand it will come back up. We always fight these.
How about we do this later in the show?
No, this is where it makes sense here in terms of the format. Whatever. Let's look at this.
Scientific American.
Uh-huh.
Oh, actually, it might not get clipped because remember, Bill Maher, hasn't he gone independent now? Or no, he's not like Piers Morgan. He's still okay. Whatever.
HBO.
This is insane. This is insane, though. I really have to show you guys this. With this, I can't stand Neil deGrasse Tyson. He is scientism made manifest in human form. Credentialism made manifest in human form. I hate it. As an academic, fuck yourself, Neil.
The magazine. I remember when it was around when I was
grew up with it. Yeah.
Grew up with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, their editor had to quit.
So he's talking about Scientific American. And their editor did have to quit because it turned out that the editor of this journal was insane, was just making shit up, only promoting, only publishing studies that aligned with his insane worldview, her insane worldview. I'm not really sure. Bill Maher has to bring it up because it's true, and I'm going to show you guys an exemplary study to illustrate this fact that Neil deGrasse Tyson is about to protect and commend.
You saw this?
Yeah, I heard about it because she expressed some opinions, right?
Of course it was a she. Excuse me. Of course it was a she. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, but it sure didn't sound scientific. It didn't sound like the person I would want to be running Scientific American.
Okay.
It was a rant on Twitter. Okay.
Yeah, she went on some unhinged screed, on Twitter where she talked about Donald Trump. Just you know what it is. Typical female harpy behavior. Donald Trump, he's orange. I'm upset. I'm crying. I'm screaming. Who cares? That was what she said on Twitter. Makes it very clear that she has extreme political biases. And then you also see what gets published in Scientific American has extreme political biases. Weird. And I do not like Bill Maher. Do not give Bill Maher a pass because he's capable of not being insane sometimes. We need to get this all through our skulls. Do not give Bill Maher a pass because he hates you. He is just trying to play he's trying to play the middle ground. But don't get it twisted. He
literally
hates you. He is not an ally.
He literally cheered with the Trig Boys that London is no longer English and this is progress and it's good.
Yes. Understand that's who Bill Maher is.
He is extremely pro-Jew. Why do you think he hates the white people?
That quote about England was from less than a month ago, wasn't it?
Yep.
Where he said, "Oh, how great it is."
He is
that
a
London's
massive
not full of white
Israeli
people
shill.
Yeah. So understand, I am not. Bill Maher is correct in this conversation, but I am not a fan of Bill Maher.
I could read it to you. It's really ugly. I apologize to younger voters that my Gen X is so full of fucking fascists. Okay.
I'm not for
canceling.
None of these fucking people know what the word fascist means.
Anybody on either side.
Yeah.
So But here's what I think is the scandal.
What?
This is in Scientific American.
Yeah.
Less than a year ago.
Uh-huh.
Inequity between male and female athletes is the result not of inherent biological differences between the sexes, but of biases in how they are treated.
Okay, keep going. I'm trying to pause as much as possible to keep us from getting clipped or clapped by copyright.
HBO.
But yeah, excuse me. You're gonna have to deny this, Neil, that there are biological differences between men and women. Go ahead.
Of course.
This is now a performance art piece in favor of the people of Palestine. There we go. Now we've covered.
Mm-hmm.
And it sure ain't scientific, and it's in Scientific American. And that's why the Democrats lost the election.
It's not the only reason, but it's certainly the one. And I would say this. I said this right after the election when we did the stream, right after the election. I made a tweet where I said, it was someone who said, they posted a map of how America would have voted if only people with college degrees could vote, and it was extremely far blue. And I said, this is why you lose. Your credentialism, your elitism. It's disgusting or something like that.
Look at the body language at work here. Look at the fucking daggers that he's glaring at Neil, fucking Tyson.
It is the credentialist, elitist attitude in which they are doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on. It's like, yeah, I am better than you. I'm smarter than you. I've got a degree and you don't. And then when I say, well, I do have a degree, I have actually multiple degrees, they go, ah, and they freak out, and it's really funny. They have no idea how to deal with me. I would say it's my one thing that I've been most happy about post-election is watching multitudes of leftoids have a complete and utter fucking conniption fit over the fact that I'm more educated than them. Get fucked, nerd.
It's true.
Now, to be fair, Neil deGrasse Tyson, I know you're a physicist, but I think I'm also more educated than you. I've read more books than you, probably.
Sure,
I don't think you've read anything other than your own shit. You are too.
Well,
Everyone
I can tell you
this
this much: I can swim better than him.
Everyone in this call
So
is more
can I, just
educated
based on the virtue that
than
I'm
Neil
white.
deGrasse Tyson, if I'm being completely goddamn honest. Yeah.
My ancestors took the boat; they weren't taken in them.
Truly educated. Edified, if you will. Mortified. Terrified. Petrified. Edified. Neil.
Bill, every 20 minutes on your platform, you come up with another reason why the Democrats lost. You already have the answer. They lost the election. So anything you say is why they did it.
First of all,
You understand, Neil, as a scientist, why we would want to understand why a thing happened?
Why is he moving like a fucking Zelda CDI character?
He is, but what an insane thing to ask.
Motherfucker looks like a YouTube pooper Fat Albert.
Oh, I don't. Bill, why are you trying to figure out why we lost? Why are you trying to figure out what? Because that's what any logical person, really a scientist, Neil, this is what drove me crazy about this clip.
Data.
Is this
A scientist would try to figure out why.
It's like he's trying to do like a topical variation on the whole. I don't know why the seething bird chirps, but I can tell you how often.
I
What an
will bet
insane
my
question.
bollocks this man's name is listed multiple times on the Epstein list.
Yeah.
100%.
Ain't nobody betting against that.
My point
Yeah.
for real here, though, is that you are a scientist, and then you're like, why would anyone
Barely.
be interested in this? Why would anyone be interested in the science behind this? Why don't you just believe lies? Neil, I'm interested in the science behind it. One, I know the science behind it way more than you do, my dude. And two, I'm interested in increasing scientific literature and ongoing scientific literature that's being conducted on this election. Because Neil, unlike yourself, I actually am a fucking scientist, and I hate to fucking say that because I'm a social scientist, which is the gayest thing you can be. But I'm still more a fucking scientist than you fucking loser. Go ahead.
well, you don't watch this show, so you don't know that. I know you don't, and it's okay. But you talk as if you do, and you fucking don't. And that's okay. Just don't bullshit me. That's the one thing people can't
He's already bullshitted you a bunch.
Your show is bullshit me. And that's fine. But I don't say that. I have very good reasons. But engage with the idea here.
This is insane. Bill Maher has to say to Neil deGrasse Tyson, who his entire persona online is, I am big smart man. And Bill Maher has to say, can you please try to think logically for a moment
No.
about something? And he's like, please, Neil, please try to be logical. And he can't. He fucking can't. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get some lemonade and some. There we go.
Is Scientific American is saying basically that the reason why an WNBA team can't beat the Lakers is because of societal bias.
What you're saying is not Scientific American says that. An editor for Scientific American says that, who no longer has the job. So don't
get fucked. Oh, get fucked. The editor for Scientific American said that. That means that it was their chosen stance. They put that person into the position of being an editor because they believe that they were able to make these kind of decisions. Excuse me. In terms of, this is what Scientific American believes. You're out of your mind, Neil. You're absolutely out of your freaking mind, you lunatic.
indict a 170-year-old magazine because somebody.
Okay, this is called science.
Yeah, guess what? I would also indict a 170-year-old magazine if they started to publish trash which most academic journals have started to do.
American, and they're printing something
because someone enters the cesspool that is social media, and then
it's not social media. It's Scientific American.
It was a
It's
magazine.
an academic journal. It's an academic journal. He doesn't understand this. He does understand this. He actually understands this more than anyone else, and he's lying bold-facedly. This is sickening to me. Fuck you, Neil.
Participates in that exchange. So
why can't you
let's talk about science?
Why can't you just say?
He is talking about science. The science is you were wrong. You lied, and you were wrong. Why can't you talk about science? Well, only science that I like that only agrees with my positions. Here's the thing.
Racial slur.
Here's the fucking thing. When I go and do my literature reviews, right, for my videos, I oftentimes come across things that are contradictory to my hypotheses. Do you know what I do with those studies?
Read them?
Oh, well, I fucking report on them.
Eat them.
I report on them as I would any other study. If I have issues with the way that the methodology was conducted, I will say that. But I also do that with studies that confirm my hypothesis, because Neil deGrasse Tyson, unlike you, my dude, I actually give a fuck about science. You couldn't give a less of a damn about scientific reality. You are an ideologue, and you can go fuck yourself. What I do is at least real fucking fat fuck.
This is not scientific, and Scientific American should do better.
Well, does she still have her job?
No, not because.
Oh my god! Can you believe his retort?
Yeah.
Well, she got fired. So he knew he. Did you just? If you didn't miss it, seconds earlier, he feigned ignorance about this article. Right? That he had no. He's like, I don't know. It was something about I don't know. Now he says, didn't she lose her job? Obviously, he does know about this article, so he was lying about it. So you got caught in a lie, Neil. You got caught in a lie live. Absolutely fucking felt it. Get fucked.
Because of this, I said the scandal is not her tweet.
Because that was like a year ago, was it? Which one was a year ago?
I think a year ago, women still couldn't beat men in basketball or any other sport. And it wasn't because of society. You don't see a problem.
By the way, long-distance swimming, women might actually have the advantage.
Okay, he brings up one thing. Long distance women might have an advantage. So that means we should allow men.
His example was some women who swam to Cuba.
Yeah.
Like
so
30
that
years
means
ago.
Because women might
One woman
have an advantage. One woman had an advantage in long distance swimming.
Yeah.
That means we should allow men to compete in all of women's sports as long as they identify as a woman. And really keep beating women.
You know what has no money in it? Fucking long distance swimming.
Yeah.
You can look into that. Yeah.
Maybe long distance swimming.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. I've looked into it. Yeah.
He's so nervous. Dude, he's shaking.
Yeah.
I've looked into it. Whatever, you got fucking
laugh
trolled.
did not reach his eyes. It stopped at
You
like
got
his nose.
destroyed, dude. And I wonder why no one trusts the sun. Bring up to you a recently peer-reviewed paper in Springer Nature Journal, which is it's not Nature at Colin Wright.
You're cutting out again.
Oh, we'll have to go somewhere else.
Welcome to sunny Hong Kong.
Let's see if this works better. All right.
It does not.
Okay. So, this paper.
Worse.
Not better. All right, change it to another. Better.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. So, I would like to read to you the abstract and title of a new paper published in the Journal of Agricultural and Environmental Ethics. So this is the stuff that Neil deGrasse Tyson is defending. This article aims to transform narratives surrounding Utah's Great Salt Lake, often referred to as America's Dead Sea, by reimagining how brine shrimp are perceived in science, culture, and art. It introduces the concept of hydrosexuality to bridge these realms, thereby enriching feminist blue post-humanities. If you go to this woman's Whine Jaros, she is Polish.
She's clearly
She's
insane.
entirely obsessed with shrimp and wanting to fuck them. It's like her whole thing. She just wants to fuck a shrimp. Yeah, sea monkeys. Yes.
Is this just Dr. Layman shitposting?
I don't know. She just wants to fuck shrimp. It appears to be her
dude.
entire ideology. I know, guys. I know this is insane, but this is real. This is a real published paper. The hydrosexual perspective challenges settler science by exploring the connections between the reproductive system of the brine shrimp and the economy, ecology, and culture. The article provides a framework for integrative cultural analysis that bolsters arguments about the multi-layered exploitation of the lake and amplifies voices that recognize the brine shrimp as vital to the survival of multiple species and to the GSL as a unique ecosystem. Furthermore, this cultural analysis draws inspiration from low trophic theory and queer death studies. Now, he did post a video of this woman afterwards, I believe. Here it is, yeah. So this is actually part of her research in the Salt Lake. I'd like you to maybe pay attention to some of the text here, the font chosen.
What a beautiful day. Oh my God.
Here they are having sex with the shrimp, apparently. I don't really know.
You know, I had given up hooch pretty successfully, and I'd not felt a craving for alcohol until this precise moment.
Mm-hmm.
At which point it becomes a abscess deep, bone deep, grinding pain unless I obliviate my consciousness at this minute.
This is the modern left. This is the published academic paper.
Oh yeah. Here. Oh yeah, there they are. And this gray thing.
Okay, can we please stop watching the shrimp fucking?
No, I want to watch her fuck the shrimp.
I do not. I do not. I'm vetoing this, or I'm getting the mace.
Wait,
it gets worse.
Bill, watch this. Her and her tranny friend are gonna go marry the shrimp here. They're gonna go marry the shrimp, dude. They're gonna marry them.
Oh, that's why she's like this. She's Kyle's mum from South Park.
And friends.
No, she's the one in the middle.
To celebrate the wedding of the brine shrimp, Artemia franciscana, to the ecosexual.
So there's two trannies, and the two trannies are about to get married to the shrimp.
Is this silhouette real?
Annie Sprinkle.
All of it's real.
Justina Goroska.
That's not live.
Evelina.
Palestina Goroska.
No, that's the MST3K silhouette thing is added on in post.
No, I know. Yeah, don't ignore that. Yeah.
So I had like filtered that out of my perception.
Yeah, I filtered it out as well.
That's the first thing I noticed. Is
hear her speak the true's names.
Franciscana.
Wait, what was it?
We are gathered here today to celebrate the wedding of the brine shrimp, Artemia franciscana.
Artemia franciscana. Could you pick more of a true name? Go ahead.
To the ecosexuals.
Ecosexuals.
Penny Sprinkle. Beth.
Penny Sprinkle?
Stevens. Justina Goroska.
Justina Goroska. It's not likely it's not Boroska.
After careful consideration, I'm going to go drink petrol for a while. I'll be back in 20 minutes.
Evelina Yaros. We celebrate.
These are like fat
Great Salt
prunes.
Lake.
Okay, so I have to ask this question, which I think is what's happening here. So these are with prunes who are with lesbian women from Poland who've come over to America to get married by the brine shrimp. This is insane. Like, guys, I can't make this up. These four Polacks came over to the United States to go sit in the sea with some shrimps in this lake on the sea, in a big lake.
This is the future Layman wants.
Blind shrimp. By this woman making this face.
Welcomes you to marry one of its most important species. Humans used to reduce this brine shrimp to a
fat man and a skinny man pretending to be women.
That they are
who are the ones wearing the veils, which I find very interesting. What appear to be the two biological females are not wearing veils. Did you notice that?
It looks like 2 dead seals in a fucking fishing net.
This ecosystem. I invite you to take your vows.
Jesus Christ. Could you imagine participating in this kind of fucking nonsense?
Someone really thought to themselves, what if it was like a high-lung concert, but somehow more embarrassing to attend?
They got a violin player and everything.
Not a very good one.
No, of course not. Good lord.
I have legitimately participated in LARPs significantly less depressing to watch than this. In public.
It's terrible. What a
If I participated in something like this, you could not get the information out of me with a fucking blowtorch.
Good lord, what the f...
Also, is it lost on anyone they are literally walking across a
You
dike
get it,
there?
you get it. They go out into the sea and do a thing with the fucking shrimp.
Is it lost on them that they were literally walking across a dike to get there?
And they consent.
Oh my god. So they are now listening to the voices of the brine shrimp.
I'm beginning to listen to the voices too.
The ones in my head that say start fires.
It's interesting that only the 2 troons hear the voices of the brine shrimp, because maybe it's like you're fucking have schizophrenia.
Yes, I hear yes. I don't hear no. I hear...
Well, that's transvestites for you. They don't hear no.
And they consent. My sense is not all of them, but most of them.
Any and
This is
that.
like a weird cult,
Do you
isn't it?
take the brine shrimp
No shit, dude.
as your lovers and collaborators to become with, to think through, and to learn from?
Okay, hear me out.
We do.
This is like what you would get if you let Review Bra direct the village.
Yeah, true.
Like, I know this is a very specific thing to claim. Like, maybe Dagon.
I mean, I do feel kind of bad.
Someone
for,
looked
like,
at the strip of Dagon and said, no, make it gay. Make it lame.
Is this troon? Is this troon actually a troon, or is this just an old woman? I don't know.
The brine shrimp.
Not sure of a transvestite or just an
I'm
old
actually
Jewess.
not sure, or if transvestite or old Jew. I don't really know.
More than human.
No. Look at the hands. Look at the hands. That's a man. That's a man. That's a man.
Family. Your matters matter, fellows.
Might just be old as shit.
I think that's a man. This woman, who, despite doing everything she can to look unfeminine, I can still recognize as a woman. The person to her right, looks like a man to me.
Biodiversity and the sustainability of our...
It's just the way that troons portray themselves.
Together forever.
Oh yes, we do.
Usually with excessive makeup and stupid shit.
Justina.
By the way, you are both of you, if I am correct, and you're both marrying troons, both of you are engaged in a heterosexual relationship. I hope that you're pleased with that.
And Evelina.
You have been heterosexually married.
Married to the brine shrimp. Congratulations.
I don't think that's the weirdest fucking thing involved here, to be honest with you. I think we've got lost in the fucking woods.
Married to the brine shrimp. Congratulations.
Yeah, why are we getting hung up on the gay bullshit and the tranny bullshit? These motherfuckers trying to literally marry shrimp.
And now
I don't even know. I don't even understand. Can either of you guys explain what is
Xanax has gotten too cheap, is what's happened.
Yeah, I guess.
Please come and join us.
The target, please.
And the target, please.
Of course.
It's weird how the 2 troons are 6 inches taller than their lesbian wives. No shit, I'm being facetious.
Are you sure?
Why did we have to watch this? Why was I forced to know these?
Troons
These
are
things.
taller than their lesbian wives.
We have to pretend we believe in science.
It's the closest thing to a fair fight they'll get, though.
Can we just like make this end forever? This is fucking insane. How is this real?
I think Prague had the right idea about it. Just throw people out windows.
I know. All right, I'm gonna go pee here, but
I swear to God.
First-
Bill, get the
Every
mace.
fucking week.
I know he
I'll
hates
get
it.
mace.
Let me say the word pee. Do it.
Yes, so say just use a lavatory, you friggin' weirdo. You've lived in England for God
Or
knows how
I'm going
long.
to go use the facilities, or I'm going to please excuse me, I'll be right back.
Yes.
Pee.
Why do we need to know your activities?
Like, you don't, when it comes to the Tuesday game, I excuse myself to use the facilities. I don't immediately say, all right, lads, I'll be right back and go piss in the sink in the downstairs lavatory.
Fine. You go and read this article. I'll be right back.
How can we read this? Tiny.
Let's just not and say we did. Everyone at home, don't dob us in.
Yeah, okay.
Just the Daily Beast. It's not like we've got anything worth saying.
So, Bill, how are you doing?
Oh, steady decline.
That's the same as always then.
Yeah.
Does Daily Beast still exist? Holy shit. I thought Daily Beast was like...
Okay. I'm surprised it's still around too, but you'd be surprised what comes out the woodwork every now and then.
Because if I look at it's bizarre to me that these massive brands like MSNBC are tanking, but then like the Daily Beast or like Salon is still alive.
I thought Salon went with the dodo, or is it just everything adjacent to Salon? Because they were getting sued out of existence by Hulk Hogan like 3 years ago.
Let's have a look. Let's see what's on Salon right now. Oh my god. I almost don't want to say. The first thing on Salon is queer evokes love's devastating power, and it's 2 men smoking.
What it is these days. Most of the major outlets, some of them are still alive, but it's like Jimmy Carter alive, where it's clearly like the lights are on, but like the soul's long since been dragged to hell.
Oh.
When Jimmy Carter's occasion, sometime in the 70s.
Oh, this is funny. This is from someone called Sherry Dunn. Trump's plan to dismantle DEI on day one is a colorblind path to Jim Crow 2.0. So you're telling me if we went meritocratic, we would end up with segregation? What is that? What does that say?
Total win.
There's a list of anti-Semites of the year. I don't know. I wouldn't mind winning that award, actually, to be honest. I'd wear that proudly.
Race you there.
Oh,
that's going to be some stiff competition this year. Holy shit. The left decided to have a go at it. They're not very good at it, mind you, but through sheer numbers.
Oh, yeah, that'd just be through sheer mass. I thought there's not very good things, because the thing of it is, saying that you're anti-Jew but you support Palestine is like saying I don't like retard 1 but I like retard 2. That's not the point of this. Aiden, can you hear us now? Aiden muted herself, has she? Yes, she has. That's why she can't hear us. I know you were there, you just scrolled.
I got hiccups again. For those who don't know, Aiden gets like paralyzing hiccups.
Oh,
because their intercostal muscles don't work great.
Aiden, just read the headline of this and laugh. Get rid of your hiccups. Stephen Miller makes clear the subtext behind Trump's call to ban DEI. It's because it's shit. That's the reason why. I didn't mean to read it.
Yeah, sorry. My when I get hiccups, they're like.
Oh, you want me to read this because it's funny?
Yes, but what do you want to read?
I want to read this because it's funny. Let's see. Trump's vow to ban. Either one works. I don't care. Just scroll down.
Dismantle DEI on day one is a colorblind path to Jim Crow 2.0.
Let's go.
Let's see. Donald Trump's vow to ban diversity, equity, inclusion, otherwise known as the homosexuals and the erasing of whites, initiatives in workplace and education institutions on day one of his administration is not about fairness. Actually, it is. It is about erasing decades of progress and reinstating systematic racial barriers under the guise of equality.
Oh, wow.
I hope so.
To be fair, that is actually true.
I mean, yes.
Is there a greater barrier? Is there a greater barrier to the success of anyone more than merit?
It's not goddamn Jim fucking Crow. It's absolutely ridiculous. They use these. It's just call him Hitler more and say Jim Crow, Hitler, KKK, Nazi, rah.
No, but this
Go ahead, you fucking freaks. It's worked out so well.
This is somewhat true because if you went full colorblind all of the apparatus of power would be just full of whites and Asians.
Yes, no shit.
Yeah, exactly. So there is an element of discrimination in meritocracy. It's in favor of the better people, which is objectively whites and Asians. That's just a fact of reality.
DEI didn't earn it as critics derisively refer to it as. It's just insulting. But echoes rhetoric and practices of Jim Crow. Dude, it's
you do realize this? They make this sound like Jim Crow. You make it sound like Jim Crow was actually based on merit.
You make Jim Crow sound correct.
Because it was.
Because guess what? You didn't fucking earn it. All that you have in your entire goddamn life is your skin color and your sex. Shut the fuck up. Everyone is tired of it. Everyone's done with it. Do you want to keep
going back to the past? Fucking Jim Crow.
Think of it like this. Okay, if you had segregation.
Salon, they suck.
Yes, but if you had segregation, right? If you had segregation and you got rid of it and you didn't magically have this equal distribution of power, that should tell you something. It's not that people were racist, it's that just you were shit.
Yep. Yes. I want to get to the Emma Balin thing. I mean, that's a long article. We need to go over that.
Yes.
I say that.
So,
I don't like Trump's AG pick.
If we don't, well, Matt Gaetz has
for
been
two
removed,
reasons. She's a woman, and she said Israel is our greatest ally. I do not want a Zionist foreign AG. I want Matt Gaetz. I want someone who takes no APAC money.
I want Matt Gaetz as well. But why? We have to ask the question: is why has Matt Gaetz been removed?
Because he doesn't take APAC money. I
guess so. So that's all I can see of it, is that Matt Gaetz was not willing to fall in line, so he's been removed. And yet, recall that the person the Democrats were freaking out the most about, I would say more than anyone, in Trump's cabinet picks, was Matt Gaetz. Well, he's been removed.
No, the one that they're freaking out most is
what's his name? H-O-W.
Yeah, Horwin. Yeah. Yeah, he speak for the border.
Anywho, no, they were super, super angry about Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz has been removed. I don't know how to feel about the guys replacing him. Seems like a shill.
It's a woman.
But the thing is, the woman, right? I looked into her a little bit. I just wasn't interested. I didn't care.
I don't want a woman.
I said nothing short of Sam Hyde.
Yeah, a woman. Okay,
Sam Hyde only.
I'm bored immediately. However, here's the thing that's interesting. Matt Gaetz gets removed, and the Democrats are still complaining about Matt Gaetz being removed. They were crying and screaming that Matt Gaetz was gonna, I don't know, kill trannies or whatever, and he got removed from the cabinet, and they're still crying about him. It's unbelievable.
With all accuracy and fairness, on paper, her state-level experience is much closer to what presidents in both parties have sought at the DOJ. That's a huge difference with Matt Gaetz. The political part, though, is different. Right. And then what I bring to you is, and Juanita mentioned it, you have that political history, and you have a proposed number two, a deputy attorney general who recently handled Donald Trump's criminal defense. So if this were the team, and they have to go through vetting and confirmation, but if this were the team, this would be two of the most politically defensive lawyers of the personal capacity of an incoming president we've ever seen running DOJ at the same time.
All right, I completely agree. And quite frankly, my thought is that after Gaetz dropped out, it would be essentially somebody from Trump's legal team. It would be like a Jay Sekulow or somebody like that. I assume that's where he would get these people.
This is insane. He can't do anything to make these people, Morgan State University. Oh, Morgan State University. Would you like to know where Morgan State University is at?
No.
It sure is in Baltimore. I know Morgan State University more than most. Morgan State University is basically a trash pile. It is not a real university. It is an HSBCU, historically black community college, or historically black college. It is a dumping ground for the dumbest people. And I mean whites included. Like, if you cannot get into a college, if you cannot get into a college, you can get into an HSBCU, such as specifically Morgan State, one of the worst colleges in the entire country. So great to know this Guy's a professor there. Good job. Oh, Jason Johnson, you think I'd call your shit out? Oh, whoopsie. Unfortunately, I'm an academic. My bad.
From. Unlike William Barr, even going back to when we were all kids and like
Fake-ass
Janet
academic,
Reno,
but
right?
still.
Occasionally, attorney generals try to behave like they are not the personal lawyer of the President of the United States. That is completely out the window. Pam Bondi is exactly what I was saying in the last segment that we should all fear because she's competent. We may not agree with her ideologically, but she actually knows how to do this job.
In other words, she's worse, so we like her more.
So if anyone on the Democratic side or anyone who cared about liberty or justice was thinking, well, maybe Matt Gaetz will screw this up and that'll give us some time. No, Pam Bondi knows what she's doing. She knows what she's.
If leftists are saying these things, understand that Pam Bondi has no idea what she's doing. And Pam Bondi is a bad pick if they're supportive of it. He should have kept with Matt Gaetz, but I don't know what Matt Gaetz is up to. He left his position. And yet...
He's probably going to get picked as a senator.
I don't know, something very odd is going on there.
He's doing about immigration. Remember,
if a permanent position resigns, then you're allowed, if the governor of the state, you're allowed to pick a senator.
Mm.
And so, considering his position's now been vacated, I imagine that because Marco Rubio was chosen as Secretary of State.
Why would you pick Marco?
Because he's not really in a position that can do a lot of damage, which frees up a more hardcore right-winger in the Senate. And if it is someone like Matt Gaetz, then Florida boy Ron DeSantis can choose him.
Perhaps. We'll see.
Florida is one of those states that's been very aggressive about migrants and deportation and moving people to different states and everything else like that. Florida has enacted all sorts of rules and laws to curtail students and what they can do on campuses and finding legal justifications for manipulating education money. She is a
manipulating education as they funnel every second fucking they have into funding leftist ideological programs. Yeah, good question.
Dangerous and effective pick, and that's frankly worse than what we would have got with Matt Gaetz, even with the deplorable moral background that he.
Oh, we're Matt Gaetz. We're so upset about Matt Gaetz. Okay, Trump replaces him. It's even worse. What a bunch of fucking crybaby losers, dude. What a bunch of crybaby losers. They're a bunch of babies. By the way, they've also said that they're just gonna break the law. They've already admitted this. Like, we're not gonna follow anything Trump's that we're restricted to by federal government. So, they will not deport illegals. They refuse. They're not gonna do it.
When hearing about the Trump administration's plans for border security, the emphasis really is on.
Again, remember, these are illegal immigrants.
Yeah, who will work for substandard wages.
Slave wages, yeah.
Finally, a civil war that is about slavery.
Falling into the aftermath of the really fucked up case of Laken Riley, who was raped and murdered by an illegal immigrant. And they're just saying, no, we don't care. No, more illegal immigrants. We love illegal immigrants. That's how we win. They won't say that, but that's what they mean.
This mass deportation. What we saw here today is the actual work happening at our ports of entry that are interdicting drugs, keeping those drugs off our streets. And
oh, by the way, Fox P2, how about this Supreme Court Justice Matt Gaetz? I think that might be why. I have intimated to Bill that I thought that might be why. But yes, I think that might be why. Is that Matt Gaetz may be up for a Supreme Court.
Who's he replacing?
I think it's Sotomayor who's leaving.
Really?
What was mine with Ted Cruz?
Or was it... Ted Cruz is who I would pick. But Matt Gaetz is more loyal than Ted Cruz. So, Ted Cruz is an excellent litigator. He's a fantastic attorney. Whatever you think about Ted Cruz, and trust me, there's a lot of bad things to think about Ted Cruz. He is a fantastic attorney. Oops.
And we need more of that to secure the border here.
It's not Clarence Thomas. It's not Clarence Thomas. I don't think Clarence Thomas wants to retire. I think he's gonna sit in that seat until he fucking dies, just to spite Joe Biden. Yeah.
You know, Trump has promised that he would carry out mass deportations on day one of his presidency. Your state is estimated to have 250,000 undocumented immigrants. Some Democrats
just call them illegal, for fuck's sake.
In your state, like Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallegos, say that she wouldn't allow police to be used to carry out this plan. Would you, as governor, allow state police and National Guard to carry out mass deportations?
We will. By the way, this woman cheated to get into office as the governor of Arizona, as everyone knows.
If anyone is in Arizona and blue, assume that they cheated to get there because Arizona.
Well, yeah, we all know
most.
Arizona is apparently the only state where no one can figure out how to count ballots. Okay. This woman allegedly cheated to become governor, and now she's like, "No, you can come here to Arizona. We're a sanctuary state." Okay.
Will not be participating in misguided efforts that harm our communities, and I've been incredibly clear about that.
So you disagree with mass deportations and the fact that the president-elect says that's what he's going to be working on day one?
Well, I think that those efforts are going to divert needed resources that we need here.
Divert needed resources.
What the hell does that even mean?
The whole thing is it's to divest ourselves of unneeded resources, and people who come here to this country just take and take and take.
On these drug interdiction and smuggling and trafficking efforts to keep harm out of our communities. We need those resources here, and coming here and seeing this operation firsthand just underscores that we're
chiclet ass teeth.
Working in partnership here is how we can best secure the border.
What would worry you the most, Governor, about mass deportations?
Well, I think the diversion.
Any election audits would definitely put the wind up
from their.
Yeah, I understand this, by the way. I know this is brought up by the Chai's Falling? Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce her name. But what she means here is slave labor. She loves slave labor. She loves it. This is not kindness for...
No, America is basically like a slave colony at this point.
This is her being like, yes, I would like more slave labor for Arizona, and I would like to treat you as a subhuman. That's what she's saying.
They're the work that they do every day to keep our communities safe. People hiding in fear. We saw that under previous state policies here, and it harms communities. It tears families apart, and we're not gonna. That's not gonna happen on my watch.
No, I'm sorry. As a communication person, come the fuck on. You never had any media training to tell you to fucking stop using the uhs and the ums and the verbal filler. You out of your mind.
Because she doesn't have a brain.
Look, I'm not great at it, but I'm on autismo. But you can't figure this shit out, and you're a fucking elected official. So Trump is going to produce tariffs on, or at least claiming he's going to do tariffs on China, Mexico, and Canada, which is pay the corporate price or else. You can't do business in the U.S. Now, I think this is great. What do you guys feel about it?
Say it again.
If you want to do business in the United States and you're China or Mexico or Canada, you're going to have to pay a tariff.
Yes.
Now, as a libertarian, this kind of fucks with me, but I think he's right in the current situation.
You should read Frederick's List.
I have.
What are you going to say?
And so it's my old libertarian mind that fucks with me over those.
He has to get rid of the fucking income tax. Otherwise, this is just another layer of bullshit. The income tax has to go that way. Guernsey's economy can collapse, and we can get rid of the banks finally. Like this island can go back to growing tomatoes like a proper country.
So, however, after Trump making a statement that he was going to say "fuck you" and tariff Mexico, Canada, and China, the Mexican president, who, by the way, is an whore. I don't know how else to describe her, right? Like, Spoon, what would your description of this woman be?
Jew.
Well, yeah, she is a Jew, but she's
also she only has the job because she murdered everyone else who ran for it.
Yeah, she ran like 50 people were dead by the time she got elected into office.
80. It's like no, it was like in the 80s or so.
Yeah, everyone she ran against died randomly.
Yes, and also fun thing, she there's like less than 2% of the population of Mexico is Jewish.
Yeah,
Mm,
but
how the hell
she's
did
the
she get the
most
job?
popular person. Claudia Scheinbaum has now said she wants to work with Trump. How interesting. She bent the knee before anything. He's not even in office. She already bent the damn knee.
Yeah, because Trump can destroy their economy.
Yeah, it's very different in Canada. I'm going to show you Justin Trudeau. He's going to... Okay, guys.
Actually, Canada's going to say someone...
But, like, you guys all to understand, like, Canadians are really, really emotionally and gay.
I have seen Canada referred to as what if Zach Brannigan ran a country, and it's very, very accurate.
It's not all Canadian, but the Canadian
no, they put up
phenotype, if you will, is to be lame and gay. He's crying. He's gonna cry here. Ready to see Justin Trudeau cry over the fact that Donald Trump's saying, "No, if you want to fucking import shit, you got to pay tariffs," which I think is based, because your country is insane, and ridiculous and silly. So yeah, you should have to pay taxes. So should China. So should what was the other country that was involved? My brain just died. Mexico. All of them should have to pay tariffs. Bye-bye. And by the way, I think, Trudy, I think you were selected by Trump specifically because you are such a cunt. Look at him. He didn't say the UK, which he should have. But look, he's crying. He's gonna cry more.
Yeah, we all knew it was coming. But we hoped it wasn't.
Oh, weird how
this is such
alienated the U.S.
acting.
Treated the U.S. as an adversary, and then they don't want to do business with you. How weird! How
I'm not sure what is gay.
Here's Trudy.
I'm not sure what's gay. Taking this at face value, or as it obviously is, both are incredibly homosexual.
Rue.
And I thought I was going to make it through this, but I'm not. It hurts.
Let's all laugh at Justin Trudeau.
He just pulled a gat and Bud Dwight himself. It would make my
less as a country.
Canada!
I love it.
How did you elect this fag?
Delicious.
The way he talks is so cliched Hollywood.
They're all like this. Not all of them. The vast majority of them are like this.
It was like 8 or 10 years of their Conservative Party being in charge, and they were the Canadian right wing quote unquote party is incredibly corrupt, and we're embezzling millions. So literally, it would have been anyone could have run and won. And this is also
complete
the supposed
homosexual Trudeau.
This is the wife's son
Rudy.
of Pierre Trudeau, who is one of the most accomplished politicians and who's still alive.
Yeah. This is, by the way, his best attempt at acting. He's a failed actor, if you didn't know. Now,
he was a drama
this
teacher.
is something very interesting that happened around the same time. Is Trudeau's opinion on Netanyahu? Well, meanwhile, while he's crying his little fucking gay eyes out about Trump winning, I don't know if you guys know this, but the left hates Jews more than the right does, which you might find to be astounding, but the left actively really, really hates Jews. So here's Trudeau's response so if you also don't know, Netanyahu has been given a global arrest warrant, essentially, for being a war criminal. Here's Justin Trudeau's response to that arrest warrant.
Netanyahu and his former defense minister, Yoav Gallant, Canadian law enforcement is obligated to arrest them should they come to Canada. Will you allow that to happen, or will you step in to prevent an arrest?
First of all, as Canada has always said, it's really important that everyone abide by international law. This is something we've been calling on from
We're going to
the
break every
beginning
now.
of the conflict. We are one of the founding members of the International Criminal Court, the International Court of Justice. We stand up for international law, and we will abide by all the regulations and rulings of the international courts. This is just who we are as Canadians.
I called this segment, I'll believe it when I see it.
At the same time, we need to keep working to solve this terrible situation. We need to see aid flowing in.
Money, give me money, please
Listen,
give me
Netanyahu,
money.
no one wants Netanyahu to actually visit their country. Netanyahu's a notoriously shitbag person to host.
Look
He
what
brings
he's
his
doing.
fucking laundry so that the staff at whoever he's staying will do his laundry. I shit
Look
you not.
at what the fuck this little worm is doing. First of all, he would not give a real answer, and then he's like, well, if it is a problem, then someone else will deal with it, not us, because we're Canada.
I'm at a stage now where I just don't even want to. I can't even be able to listen to politicians because I know they're lying when they open their fucking mouths.
No one
Bizarre.
lies more than Trudeau.
I just found that insane. He's sitting there. Let me get this straight. You want to solve an end to this crisis. Do you know what might help? Arresting the leader of the opposition that is currently doing the thing that you're supposedly standing against. That might help. You fucking moron.
Might help.
People who are facing famine and disease.
Where?
We need to see
From
all
the
the
UK?
hostages released. We need to see Hamas lay down its arms. We condemn Hamas
No, but you love them. You love Hamas.
for its continued
You
action.
love them. Yeah, they're pro-Palestine.
Let them
You
cook,
love
for fuck's
them.
sake. No more pausing.
We need to see a ceasefire that protects civilians. We need to get back on
Nuclear
track
expensive.
towards a two-state solution with
Oh,
a peaceful
two-state.
Israel living alongside a
It's not gonna happen, my dude. It's not gonna work.
peaceful Palestinian
Pass
state.
this.
These are the things
Yeah, me too.
We will see no peace until
Canada
the
has been working
Kingdom of Jerusalem is reinstated.
Bro.
on. And at the same time, we have to recognize as Canadians that it's been very, very difficult for members of different communities in this country. We have to remember who we are, be there for each other, understand that people are angry and grieving, but remember that we are all pushing for peace.
So here's the thing that I found out about Canadians. Every single one I've ever interacted with is a disingenuous, lying cunt, much like Trudeau himself. I'm going to show you an example
By the way,
from
chat,
Dev.
all the Canadians, it doesn't mean you.
Sorry, it's not about you. I don't know you guys in chat. But
Canadians who actually
every
wish to be in the public
Canadian
eye.
I've ever interacted with has been the worst person. So here's Dev, the fundamental Canadian.
He's not even
saying,
a person. He doesn't care.
Bruh, Trump isn't draining the swamp. He's replacing the swamp with another swamp. Citing this article from Americans for Tax Fairness, it says, Trump's wealthy cabinet nominees and transition officials are worth a combined $313 billion. And this is a bad thing, by the way. Why? I'd like to ask why.
Which will make it really hard to bribe them.
Most of that
Yes.
is Elon.
Makes him
Musk.
impossible to bribe. Well, we'll get
Most
to
of that
that.
is Musk.
But that is a good. Bill made a good point. Is that these people are unbribable because they have so much money. How can you bribe them with money if they've got so much?
Good point.
So Dev says that the swamp is all of Trump's people being worth $313
Well, it's the same bullshit as
billion.
all fucking communists. It's like, who's the swamp? The swamp is everyone with more money than me or something that I want. Because
Yes, something I want. Something I want.
my moral,
yes, which he
your
wants the
moral
money.
statute is based upon what I want from you.
Mhm.
Same as every fucking other fucking left-wing communist asshole. It's all
Yep.
fucking moral relativistic horseshit, dressed up like something
So
else.
let's go through the entirety of this claim of $313 billion. Over $300 billion of that is attributed to Elon Musk.
You know, the richest man alive.
So, in other words, all of it. The other considerable portions are 5.4 from Trump and 4.8 from JD Vance.
No, J.D. Vance is a million.
That's
Yeah,
million.
this is not even
it's
ranked.
millions. It's
This
millions.
is
Sorry.
ranked in terms of your
Ramaswamy.
offers.
Right, Linda McMahon's got 2.6 billion. Howard Lutnick has got 2 billion. Vivek Ramaswamy's got 1 billion. So
And
another,
that's
but here's the thing to keep in point is that over $1 billion, which is not specified, is just Elon Musk. Another $5.4 billion is Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So out of $313 billion, that means Trump and Musk. Yeah. And yet Dev is, it's a swamp, it's a swamp, it's a swamp. Look at all their money that they're spending.
Listen, he's very triggered by swamps. He can't build railways over those.
That's true, he can't.
They send him in anyway, and he drowns.
By the way, here's something that's really funny. And Dev, I hope you hear this, because I know that you do listen to all these clips. I know that you are not responding to me on Twitter and refuse to because you are a scared baby little bitch. Same reason you won't respond to Ace 1918. Same reason you won't respond to anybody. Because you are terrified. You are mortified, terrified.
I think that would require him to actually have a stance on anything other than just the shittest take possible.
He doesn't have a stance on anything. He's just a fucking freak.
Never stood 10 toes on anything.
I'm a centrist.
Anyway, enough of this pageantry.
Meanwhile, I have no opinion.
Enough of this horseshit. Go on.
Yeah. Destiny.
Meanwhile, we'll get into that in just a second. These are the people that yes, we're gonna that just next is the Destiny stuff. These are the people that Dev is supporting. This is how this is Dev right now, by the way. On Twitter right now. This is him. No, yes, only in his head. He can't move this much in his physical body because he's too fat.
Imagine being Argentinian, unironically.
Look at these fucking women just... I'm so angry. I'm gonna do a dance.
What are you doing with your life? What do you think this is accomplishing? Seriously.
I'm doing a dance, Spoon. I'm doing a dance to show how angry I am.
No, what you're showing is that you're chronically unemployed like every other activist and you're getting handouts to do this kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
This counts as volunteer work or some dog shit. I don't know.
Oh,
they made it. They did it. They finally done it. They somehow made the haka gayer.
They made the haka gayer. It's a bunch of fat, unattractive women. Yes.
And I say that someone who's got like someone of married descent and a rugby player in their family.
That's not a woman. Oh my! What the fuck is this?
Oh my god! Gretchen Grundler just fucking appeared.
Oh my god! What the fuck is this?
That's physiognomy test.
That's a tranny. There's no way, dude. The head. What the fuck?
The legs.
How are you this? As me seeing, how can you be this thin? That's insane. I'm skinny as fuck, boy.
That is an anorexic man with a girdle underneath that shirt.
Yo, what the fuck?
What's that joke? Here comes the heavyweight champion outfit.
Like, I'm sorry, women's titties don't grow in like that. I know trannies can't tell the difference, but that's not how women's tits grow in.
This is legitimately meant.
So, fat, hideous women and trans.
Yeah, like the Maori rugby team.
Yep.
This is gayer than a regular haka. That's a really achievement.
This is gayer than 2 men, fucking 3 men. Like I said, yeah.
We already mentioned
gay
rugby.
as fuck. Okay, keep smacking
this remake of Big Bad Beetleborgs is really autistic.
It is really autistic. This is so gay.
Crack is a hell of a drug. And all this from a country that was basically refounded by Nazis after they fled Germany.
This is in Argentina, by the way, guys. Yeah.
This is why you lost the Falklands.
Dude, I don't understand. Why can't women, like, kind of look sort of decent? I guess not. Anyway, speaking of Destiny and Destiny, more specifically, because Dev has decided that his life goal is to become Destiny. Destiny wants to put fluoride back in the water to drink it. I don't know what else to say about this. Destiny just wants to put fluoride back in the water. And all I can say is enjoy your cancer, my dude.
Could we just listen to a clip of what the actual haka sounds like? Because it really pisses.
An actual haka?
Yes, because it really pisses me
an actual
off.
haka.
No, like watch this. That.
This one's not this horrible woman.
The proper one.
No, this woman's insane.
He's posted it. He's posted
it.
That's an actual haka.
Yeah, this was an actual haka. Because the haka is an awesome fucking war dance. And here's the thing.
How many of these people can I actually know?
Us racists here.
Oh my god,
think
it's Corey
the Hawk is
Jane.
awesome.
Jesus Christ, I haven't seen
It's
Corey
so
Jane in ages.
cool. Wow.
There's
Us
Corey Jane,
racists
there's
over
Manonu,
here
there's Kieran Reid.
think this is cool.
And now
He
the
knows
All Blacks
these men.
just waiting for the French to. And
We're gonna get shit canned over this footage.
Probably are, but whatever.
No, it's really good. Okay, we'll do it now.
We're gonna get short. There it is.
Seeing some weak stance.
Jesus, this was a while.
This is a fucking awesome one. These are my actual men. It is fucking intimidating. When some of my real men, it is intimidating.
Have you seen a clip of them doing this? But it's versus one of the other French teams in red, and there's just this gigantic Algerian dude glaring at them, completely silently.
But I would say that this is intimidating. If you're trying to intimidate your enemies, this is a good way to intimidate them. That's what the Haka is. These little fucking gay boys act like, oh, the Haka is part of our cultural tradition. Yeah, you know what it was? It's a war chant, you dumb idiot. It's supposed to make your opponents feel afraid.
Really reminded that by the time the Maori turned up fucking anywhere in the Woods, it was only 600 years ago. The West had fucking universities established by then.
Let's go.
Well.
Yeah, that's how you do the Haka. That's it.
Also,
that's all it is.
No, they actually won this game. Someone said, didn't they lose this game? No, I think the first opening game they lost was in the last World Cup, where they actually lost to France, which is quite insane.
It might be the one I'm thinking of, where the dude's just glaring.
Did we do the Destiny's? I don't really care. Oh no, I didn't. No, we didn't go through it. So here's the thing, guys. Destiny.
Which
I just made fun of for his horrible tape. Was involved in a sordid affair with Lauren Southern, apparently. I don't really want to go over this because it's really fucked up.
This is someone's personal shit. Like I
don't really want
don't
to go.
show it on stream. This
Someone
is lowbrow.
dumped all this.
No, take it off. This is personal drama
Take
shit.
it off the script. Yeah, we don't indulge in this horseshit.
Yes, no.
I'll just say what I have to say about it then. I'll just say what I have to say about it.
No one
is
cares.
that
This is gay drama shit.
yeah, it's kind of fucked up. It's really fucked up. Is that Destiny was trying to hook up with Lauren Southern, really hardcore. Lauren Southern appeared to be amenable to it, and then
It's because she has no taste in men.
I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
Who cares?
But yeah, who cares? Anyway,
exactly. Lauren race mixes and then she fucks a
the
dwarf.
TLDR is that
Shit-tasting men.
maybe Lauren Southern and Destiny fucked each other, right? Apparently. While she had a kid and maybe was married.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You tread right-wing women.
God, I don't care.
Right-wing women.
Yeah, I also don't care. I don't care. Look, with Destiny, I tried to forgive him. I
Why?
did at one point. We talked about it.
No,
because
just
he
fucking...
apologized. Well, he didn't apologize to me. He tried to make nice to me, and I said, "Okay."
She married a
that's
fed
fine.
and tried to fuck Destiny. Just like, no, this woman is
Yeah.
irrelevant and a moron.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose so.
You must
Anywho,
learn to stop forgiving retards.
MSNBC has been slammed over article claiming Laken Riley's killer never stood a chance. So they have deleted this post, which I won't belabor it too much.
Oh, this
but
is
this
the
guy
judge.
who raped and murdered Laken Riley. They said MSNBC put an article out with the headline that he never stood a chance because he's an undocumented migrant. But the reality is that this man raped and murdered this woman. This is the left, guys. This is who you support. If you support leftism, you support the rape and murder of this young woman being defended by every leftist outfit, being like, oh, well, I mean, like, he had like a sexual emergency. He couldn't help himself. That's who you're supporting, by the way. Just like to put that out there. Here's also, this is Daniel Penny, who put a homeless person into a chokehold. If you don't remember this, we'll get to that in a moment.
Okay.
His trial is still ongoing. His bail is $200,000. Mohammed Izzadeen, who raped a woman at knife point after breaking into her home, was released without bail.
That means he's out there,
You
alone,
You can all
unguarded.
Yes, he is out there alone right now.
Rope is cheap.
Much willing to rape again, I presume.
God damn it.
All I'm saying is that a
He's gonna
Frenchman
rape
without an
again.
open arms underdress. Not be chopping
So
nuts off.
the Daniel Penny trial has rested. The defense is rested. He is not testified because it's saying he shouldn't have to testify. What happened was, again, a schizophrenic man on the fucking subway started threatening him, and he choked the guy out after the guy was threatening to kill him. And the guy who was high on 1 billion fucking drugs died. Wow, who would have imagined that happening?
And his thing, the guy had a pulse when he left Penny's care.
Yes.
Went into police care, then suddenly died. I'm thinking this is probably...
Yeah.
This is a bargain basement, like the NYPD is covering up that they blatantly murdered a homeless person.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to pin it on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
The coppers were sick to death of this asshole causing trouble in the subway. They put the boots to him once too many times. His fucking head caved in.
They tried to make him into a new George Floyd, which George Floyd also was a man who was on drugs and pointed a gun at a pregnant woman's belly so he can go fuck himself in hell, which he's doing right now. But yeah, the left again defends an insane rapist, criminal murderer. Weird. Why do they like these people so much? Here's a similar example. Transgender cop who assaulted 2 colleagues with a penis pump after drugging them at her apartment is elected as women's representative on her police force. Would you guys like to read this for me? Because I can't fucking tolerate this. I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
No, really.
You scroll down, so not looking at that fucking, like, muted...
Yeah, here you go.
Shit's distracting as fuck.
Bill, why don't you start?
The text is fucking tiny.
I'll zoom in.
A transgender police officer who allegedly assaulted 2 colleagues with a penis pump after drugging them has been elected as women's representative on her police force. Judy S., 27, has been suspended since allegations emerged that she took
names.
2 male legals. Usually it's like Lily or fucking some other
It's
bullshit.
Lily or Lilith or, yeah.
Anyway. She took 2 male colleagues home to her apartment to take drugs and have sex before assaulting them earlier this month. The men reported to have sustained serious injuries, including to their genitals, from the alleged assault with a penis pump, among other things. So let's call this what it is.
But yes, it's been Germany, by the way, guys. Yes.
It's in Germany. That explains everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Berlin. Fucking Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's in Berlin.
Weimar all over again.
Mm-hmm.
This is begging for the Reich.
Yeah, keep going, by the way.
She had recently run for deputy women's representative within Berlin's police force, and the election results were only announced after she had already been suspended. The transgender policewoman received 638 votes, which earned her second deputy women's representative. She will now...
Women's representative. The Troon is going to be the women's representative in Berlin. Wowee.
She now has a week to accept the election, and if she takes on the role, she will be appointed if the first deputy is unable to attend. This is something that many colleagues find offensive, mainly because of the investigations against her, one female officer told Bild. Judy S. is the first transgender woman who ran for the position within Berlin's force, because, it would be fucking blatantly obvious that would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
But her colleagues are now concerned over her not disclosing her change of gender identity during the election.
I mean...
Well, maybe if... let's take a look. She's 6 foot fucking 3.
Let me ask you a goddamn question.
With a jaw like a sledgehammer and
You
a
are
forehead
now
like
an
a fucking
elected-
movie screen.
This bitch is now an elected political official, and they're still blocking out her face. Why? Because you know what she looks like. She looks like a man. Because she is a man.
She's like Skylar White drawn with crayons.
They're not allowed to show what you elected this person. You're not allowed to show what they fucking look like. That's insane. Continue, please.
It would have been fair if she had spoken openly about it. How am I, as a woman, supposed to talk to a woman who was born a man about my menstrual problems or about my problems during the menopause? She can't understand that at all.
Trust me, she'd love to hear about it, because
The woman added that Judy S.
Truans are
didn't
really
have to announce
weirdly
the
into
change in her
that.
gender identity, but with that transparency would have been nice as she ran for a top position. The men who worked with Judy S. at the federal police claimed they did not take cocaine,
I'm
but
sorry,
suddenly
Miss Fed, I'm
became
not talking about
very
you.
intoxicated and unable to act in the apartment, according to information seen by Bild. The alleged victims may have seen Judy S.'s campaign posters after the alleged assault, as the election campaign went on until November 20th, more than a week after the allegations were reported. Police raided the home of Judy S. in Berlin, November 11th, after the two men unnamed referred to the incident to the police and filed a complaint. They claimed to have been drugged and sexually assaulted at the apartment, police reported on November 12th. Other people have reportedly joined them at the flat when the crime was said to have taken place. Police later reported having found cocaine at Judy S.'s flat. Okay, so she's got possession of a Class A drug, or whatever the Guillermo equivalent is, so she should not be on the force anyway.
No, but
It's a she.
she's a she.
It's a bloke in a fucking...
It's a bloke in a fucking
wig.
dress. And here's the thing, it's like, again, over here, Misfit in the chat says it makes me ashamed to be trans. Don't be ashamed to be trans.
No, you should be.
You just have to get rid of these
You should still be.
Fuck you! Be ashamed just of these people who are insane, and be yourself. Or lady, whatever.
No, if you be yourself, you wouldn't be trans. Please stop this nonsense. I'm
All men get bodied. All men get bodied as forage. Just buy a Porsche. It's cheaper.
So here's the thing: Nancy Mace got threatened.
Depends how you drive
Nancy
it.
Mace got threatened. I'm gonna. Do not have this here. Okay, I'll go to my Twitter account real quick. I have this.
Don't let the butchers.
poll
Don't let
that Nancy
butchers hack
Mace.
you up.
I'll just be clear about what happened with Nancy Mace. Is that she, posted. She has talked about how she is not in favor of transgender people being in women's sports. And this is a call that she recently received. Let's listen to.
Hey, this call is actually for you little fucking faggot. You want to work under?
I think that very interesting that the tranny called someone the F slur.
Based.
I mean, it's not.
Let him keep doing it. We got a good
Spoon.
chance of getting the F slur back, and it's a really good insult.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you're
I
gonna
miss
have
it so
the balls
much.
to fucking talk about trans fucking issues. You little fucking dumb degenerate bitch. Fuck all you fucking pearl clutching fucking.
What an interesting selection of words.
Yeah, it sounds like me.
Degenerate, and F slur.
I think someone
But
got called
this
Carpet
is
Muncher.
this is the tranny alliance. They're
Again,
gonna call you a degenerate and an F slur. Because by the way, they're all goddamn men. They're
By the
all
way,
men.
I'm-
They're men who desperately need pussy and are upset they can't get any.
I would love to see an oscilloscope like side by side of this and Nick Fuentes' voice to see if they match.
No.
I am
Like
totally in
stuff sound.
favor
Yes,
of
I know
them
Nancy
calling
Mace
everybody else
supports gay
degenerate
marriage.
if it brings back the F slur.
Right.
I will,
yes,
I will
Kevin,
consider the
I know.
culture war winning when I can openly say that phrase on YouTube and not get demonetized. I will say it. I will proudly say it right now in this video. You can hold me to it. I will say that slur in every single video.
Yeah.
It is my favorite word.
White degenerate pieces of shit, dude. You literally none of y'all are about.
Nah, I hate that you're
I still
white.
dare you to fucking give me a call back at 502-759-9704. You fucking white trash Nazi mother.
Oh, I'd like you all to hear that again, please. Hear that
Yeah, the F
again,
slur is
in case
great.
in case we couldn't hear. Anyway, in case we couldn't hear this, let's hear this again. It's the person who called Nancy Mace, who all she has done is called for women and men's restrooms to become and remain women restrooms. Here's what this person had to say. Let's listen to him exactly what he had to say here. What?
759-9704.
Wait, sorry.
02.
Oh, sorry. I want to get his whole
Hey, good day,
number
my
in here.
spoon.
It's on
That's
screen.
Australian.
Literally none of y'all are about shit. I still dare you to fucking give me a call back at 502-759.
That's an Australian number?
For you fucking white trash.
So this is a fake number, okay.
Nazi motherfuckers. Literally, I hope you fucking hear this and kill yourself. I genuinely will.
There's typical Troon behavior. I hope you kill yourself. I hope you kill yourself. Do you know how hard it
Statistically
is?
speaking, that's more likely coming from you.
That's what you. Yes, you're talking about yourself. I hope you kill yourself. I'm so upset. I hope you kill yourself. That's you, homie.
Pray to God that you kill yourself.
Yeah, well,
Fuck
that's gonna
you.
be you, homie.
Hey, this call is actually for little fucking
whoops.
faggot. You want?
Sorry. I mean, like, whoops. What? You know what? Why not play it again for a moment to understand that this is the left. Now, I'd like to talk about something else that I find deeply disturbing, which is the London Death Tunnel. Now, I was recently informed by a friend of the channel, Scrump, that these ads are also all over every single tube station
And they're all
around
white.
London. Well, that woman's kind of brown.
That's a Spaniard of some kind. Maybe a Sephard.
That woman's kind of brown.
They're
But
all
what
Europeans.
Scrump told me is that this is not just in the London tube, the Westminster tube station. It's in every single tube station in London, apparently. Which is, you have to go through the death tunnel. What is the death tunnel? The death tunnel is when you get surrounded by nothing but ads for why you should kill yourself.
Shall I remind you, medically assisted suicide is still illegal. They are
Yes.
advertising an illegal service.
They're trying to get it pushed through to make it legal for medically assisted suicide, which, by the way, is legal in Canada. So if you're Canadian, like
And the
Dev,
main
maybe you
cause
should
of
consider
death
that. It is the main cause of death.
It's poverty.
By the way, the United Kingdom is trying very hard to make that also our main cause of death by getting everyone to kill themselves. Why else would they spam the entire underground?
Whilst they're
with
pushing
these
the biggest expansion of death
Yes.
taxes.
Look at
what
this.
they've ever done.
It's insane, guys. Look at this.
Yeah, because
Look, every single sign is about how you can kill yourself.
as you walk towards
I'm
the
not-
tube station with the train tracks right there, that place that was
No.
already a hot spot and like a horrible, horrible fucking like major pile up of
here's
places where
something-
people commit suicide in public.
I told you about this spill, but here's something I'd like to bring up. If you are crippled, like myself, you have to use a cane or particularly
Wheelchair.
a wheelchair. You cannot use the London Underground. It is not designed for wheelchair users, so it is not disabled friendly. If you care about that kind of shit, I know. I've seen it. I've been in it. The London Underground is in no way, not even a little bit, accommodating towards people who have any kind of physical disability. If you have to use a cane, you can't go in London Underground. You just can't. You can't. And yet,
You could.
all
just
of
that
these
Aiden's
ads,
afraid of escalators.
it's very difficult to use it if you use a cane or a wheelchair. So the London Underground is promoting people who are not in wheelchairs or disabled to kill themselves. I'm not saying it would be better if they promoted it towards disabled people, but it's very clear based on where this is being targeted. This is not being targeted at disabled people like myself. It's being targeted at regular fucking people saying, kill yourself. Kill yourself and remove yourself from the population. This is the UK government saying this in a place where people who might actually, like, maybe want to die cannot access these kind of messaging. If they're, because they'll claim, and this is why I'm telling you guys this right now, they're going to claim that the reason they put these messages out is because, oh, but it's about, like, for disabled people who want to get out of life. No, disabled people can't get down here into the fucking underground, you stupid fucking bint, and you know that too. Whoever designed this shit. I'm so tired of it. It's so sickening. I fucking hate the English fucking government so much. Alright.
Not meandering.
Here it is. Here you can see all of it. I can't wait to kill myself. I'm so happy about it.
Well, I'm not getting this one monetized, folks.
Of course not. I didn't, but that was never gonna be the case. Okay. Now here's what I do appreciate, is I would like every complete piece of shit in the United States to leave. Because here's the thing, Joy Reid. You will not last. What do you think you're gonna do in London? Joy Reid has announced she's going to move to London.
Well, she's used to travelling long distances, like the gaps in her fucking eyeballs.
Yeah, but she's going to immediately get upset that her precious utopia is not real. She's not the only one, though. Ellen DeGeneres has also said she's going to move to the United Kingdom.
I mean, you don't need to release the Epstein's flight list. We can now see them.
She has given happy birthday wishes to P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, Cuddle McSnuggle stuff. Here she is with P. Diddy. Who cares? Yeah, who no one cares. But anyway, Ellen DeGeneres is now apparently going to
y'all
leave for the United
Ellen
Kingdom.
Left the country. Ellen packed her bags and left the country, supposedly because she don't like Donald Trump. Well,
these motherfuckers are fleeing to avoid prosecution. Let's be real.
Oh, you didn't leave because of Donald Trump. That was an excuse. You running from the law, baby girl. We ain't done. But you can run. But you can't hide. Oh, you can be extradited, okay? While you out there sitting.
That's literally it. She thinks she can't be extradited. She thinks, oh, I'll go move to the United Kingdom and then I can't be extradited. No, bitch, not how that works.
Sipping tea in England, we can still bring you back to America to face justice.
Yeah, I know he's being.
I despise pageantry level things.
Okay, we're done now. I think he is funny, but a Muslim schoolgirl admits to lying that her teacher was Islamophobic, which led to him being decapitated by a jihadist because she was suspended for 2 days and worried her parents would be
superior
angry.
people, and we have a better culture.
So this guy got fucking murdered by jihadists because a random schoolgirl in England decided she wanted to accuse him of rape.
No, it's in France.
Is it in France?
Yes.
Oh, it was. Thank you.
It's just another statement about culture.
It's the same thing. Is that this guy is just a normal dude trying to teach a child, I don't know, basic stuff, and she decides, actually, I'd like him to be dead.
Here's the thing. Why was she suspended? I suspect it is. To get suspended takes quite a bit.
She probably does this all the time. She probably does this constantly. You know? I imagine
These people
this
do
girl,
not belong
this child.
in the West. They belong in sand and tents.
Yes. She mostly has done this 1,000 times. She just, every time someone annoys her, she just, hey, rape me! Because she's figured out
just accused him of being Islamophobic.
Now, I want to, before we go on to the next thing, I want to make a couple things.
Before we continue on
really
this
clear.
one, I've got my own fucking comment here. Notice
We're
how.
about to get into the thing.
Notice how the second a fucking Muslim girl even says that someone was rude to her, the other dude turns up dead. Meanwhile, there's grooming gangs and rapes and murders from migrants everywhere. Nothing's being fucking done. Be proactive, folks.
Wait, Kirsten had the same
can't
weight
ban
in
a
France. I thought I presumed it was UK.
Yeah.
So Pete Hegseth has been accused of being a rapist.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I'm going to show you the evidence of Pete Hegseth being a rapist. This is the evidence, guys. Spoon, would you like to be the lady or I'll be the lady, you be Pete Hegseth. Okay?
Let us spare the people at home this indignity, please. They can read it in their own time. Just leave up on screen for a bit.
So the grey ones are you, Spoon. Okay, ones are you, Spoon.
No, I'm not reading this.
No, no one's doing a fucking live
Yeah,
reading of
no.
a fucking
Come on.
sex weirdo text.
Yeah, no.
You guys are all gay.
No, we're not.
In other
We're just
words, what
men, and this is
happened
Hey,
is...
Spoon, do you want to go form a better
let me just-
podcast somewhere else?
All right.
Yep.
Just look it up. Then you'll find it immediately. What the fuck happened is this was a thirsty liberal bitch who was like...
Anyway, enough of the sound bite
sick.
farms for the retards at home.
Listen, I'm trying to describe what happened. This bitch was sitting at a Republican conference and like sweating and having to fan herself to be like, oh my god, this
Again,
Trump
the
supporter,
pageantry's just getting
he's
on my nerves now. Just
Oh,
fucking
he's
get on with
so.
it.
But that's how she talks in these texts. She's like,
care.
oh god, he's
We
so
don't care.
attractive."
Just we don't need a
We
fucking
don't care.
live recreation of it. Just said
Okay.
some sex weirdos in the chat can clip you.
Get on with it.
Get the fuck on with it, you drunk bitch.
Anywho, don't be rude.
No, be rude.
But
It's
now I
funny.
have the hiccups again. Fuck.
Good. Play another rude bitch then.
Get on with it. Your hiccups again.
No, I can't. I can't until the hiccups.
So Spoon, how's your day been?
That actually is pretty good. Although I did record a video that I still have to put out today. Good luck with fucking that, because I still have to edit the entire bloody thing. And it's probably a long video. Yeah, it's because I buggered up my neck a couple of days ago, so I haven't been able to record or really turn my fucking head. It's quite shitty. But we got to watch a clip of the hacker, which is the closest thing I'll ever get to smuggling rugby on this fucking show.
Yeah, Aiden is dying. So,
Oh, Aiden is dying, is she? I like to drink water upside down. That always works.
she struggles to do that. She struggles to do that standing up.
Also, we do not appreciate her degeneracy. The hiccups are punishment for the reading. Yeah, I actually agree with that. This is what you get for reading shite. It's fucking bad enough we had to discuss fucking Destiny and Lawrence Southern, for God's sakes.
It's the pageantry that gets under my skin.
Oh,
I can't deal with that bullshit.
It's
fucking
hate,
pantomime crap.
I hate the fucking drama. Like, I don't want to discuss this shit. I've had a bunch of people message me like, why are you talking about this? I'm like, because it's involving Destiny and his penis. Like,
Now, Spoon. I do recall you started drama with someone and wanted in a whole episode to it.
Which one?
Let's be. Oh, I was about to. All I can describe as a black retarded. That doesn't narrow down all that much.
I was gonna say that's. I
Is
don't
that
even know who they
Birdman?
could be.
Was that his name? Some bullshit like that.
Oh no, but that's different. That didn't involve like a personal drama. I didn't like his shit takes. It wasn't motivated by him. It was just his politics were terrible. He came after me and decided to make it all personal. I kept it strictly to his opinions because I'm better than him.
The bar's not set terribly high, fam.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah, that's true. I actually, in that video that I did about him, I still kept my opinions mostly to myself. I just had to go at his opinions because, white and we are better people. I want to sweep for Lauren. What does that mean? I'm not up to date with the lingo.
Whereabouts is it?
In the chat. I don't know what that means. Someone explain to me what that word means.
Regular. Oh, fine, fucking the thing.
Beg heart.
Someone's asking. Chat or live chat?
This is live chat. Someone's asking you to say sexy weirdo. And say it with feeling.
I didn't say sexy weirdo, I said sex weirdo.
Yeah.
Singular.
There is a Destiny video that I want to do, but there's one where he just goes mask off stupid when it comes to free speech, which is absolutely retarded. And there's another one where he sits with Andrew Wilson and he says, and he asks him to define fascism, and oh dear God, it Spoon say some gamer words. Faggot. In 3 hours, we should be all right. I mean, there you go. Bill, you want to weigh in? It's been 3 hours, you probably can. Am I the only one stream?
Okay, no, so she's upstairs and having like an after attack, so I wanted to try and talk around it.
Oh. You can say a gamer word, by the way.
Ah, splendid.
I said the F one.
I was about to say, like, just the whole thing I've got with Destiny, he's so fucking irritating, because I just know, you get like 3 gin and tonics into the man, he's going to call Hassan a porch monkey. Like, I guarantee 3 drinks in, like, just not even like strong drinks, just a standard single shot gin and tonic, 3 of them in a row, or a couple flaming Zambucas, he's gonna call someone a moon cricket. It's a matter of time.
Oh god. Oh man, I haven't heard that slur since like Uncle Ruckus.
Doesn't come up very often. I think back in the day on Stormfront, we got through the alphabet 3 times.
Oh yeah,
like,
that was
different
good.
slur words.
Oh man. Jesus. Oh god.
Just look at him. You just know, looking at Destiny, that he's a couple of drinks away from saying something that'll get him sacked.
Yeah.
It's that little man anger energy.
I don't know why he has gone completely insane. It's quite weird though, watching the fallout from the more sort of so-called independent progressive people. Because
Oh my god.
no, great. Welcome back to the land of the living. Can you breathe properly?
I no, but I'll try.
You sound calmer now.
Close. Oh, close enough.
Did you take
I couldn't
drugs?
breathe, man, for like 5 minutes. No, I didn't take any fucking drugs. I just couldn't breathe for like 5 minutes.
Well, fuck yeah, Dr. Thunder just chimed in.
Okay, so here's the thingy. You can see these are the tweets with Pete Hogseth, right?
Don't want you to care about Destiny because that's how you hurt people like him, letting them self-destruct under their starving ego base.
Yeah, them self-destruct. I don't give a
Dr.
fuck.
Thunder himself.
So Pete Hogseth, I think we watched obviously the video earlier where Sonny Hosteen had to admit to lying about
Matt Gaetz
being a rapist.
Yeah,
I
which
would
is
now
funny.
like to direct you over to the last video that I have, or the last thing I have for the entire no, you know what? This? Yes. Oh, it's this. We already watched this on the hosting thing, didn't we? Or her horrible kind of response. We watched that. We watched that, yeah. Okay.
That was last week.
So, watched it this week, didn't we?
Yeah, it was last week.
Okay. So, I would now like to direct us towards this that I have over here on the watch together. I will now be not showing my screen, whatever.
Oh, hey, it's Glenn Beck. Who else didn't know that Glenn Beck was still alive and thought he was dead?
A big, fat fucking loser.
You did get a bit of weight
Before we
on
get
him.
into it, I'd like to say, here, oh my. True, wow, God, holy crap, thank you guys so much. Trim Emperor Kids for 5 pounds says, when I'm weaker than them, I call them all SIGs. When I'm stronger, I make them victims according to their ideology. Any objections?
You read that
No,
earlier.
that's based. Did it?
Yeah, you did.
Horwitz, Flanagan Horwitz said, I heard the secret words. Time for some info metal. Dude, well, thank you for the $20. And so, of course, at the end of the stream, I will play some metal. Thank you, Horwitz. Mr. Rich Low Pitch for 5 says, you guys should watch that PKA clip of Dick Masterson roasting Hutch after Trump won. Hilarious. Also, the Ryan Long video post-Trump election. I don't know what that might do, but we'll check into it. Lance for 5 says, on days when I'm attempting to do wrong, I put on The View for a few minutes to remind myself that this is the damnation that awaits the sinful. Isn't it, though? Isn't it, though, my man? Because if for 5 pounds says the 3 greatest women in history, Queen Victoria, Florence Nightingale, and Michelle Moulton. Do you know Michelle Moulton? I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
Nope.
I probably do, but I can't remember her name. Thank you, Kizzo, though. Google that last one if the name doesn't sound familiar. Well, it didn't. Sorry. Hasselhopper for 2 says Neil the Eel, Darvo in action. Very, very much true. It is all Darvo stuff, isn't it?
Darvo in action. That's good shit.
Real Man Prah for 50 RON says Kneel on the grass and kiss my feet. Tyson is like a male version of AOC of the science world, the teacher's pet that could never become a teacher. Change my mind. No, you're completely correct. Completely
Yeah,
correct.
probably we can cover that actually.
Kid. Yep, Deadpool Kid for 5 says, Avast, ye land lubbers. I see manatees cuter than the foul-lard whales. Very true. Me too.
My culture is in the costume.
Kalev Knight for 250 euros says, not every human supremacist of them, friend, evil. They are evil. But the power of Dagon, says Deadpool Kid for 5. I smite ye back into the abyss. Go back into Davy Jones' closet. Hasselhoff for 5 says, do a post-modern, or should do a modern Pocahontas. Have you ever heard the prune cry? Have you ever prune cried to the blue check mark? Or asked the insensitive brine shrimp to get hit? That was, no, Hasselhoff wrote something beautiful there. Don't you fucking denigrate it. Slosher for 20 Canadian says, buses are already coming up from New York, state full of illegals, fleeing before Trump gets in, and the government is building temporary structures to house the flood of people coming here. Number 2, also China interferes in our elections. No shit, my friend. I'm so sorry, you poor Canadian man. Thank you for the money, but holy shit, my dude. I think you'd be better off coming to America. I don't know if you should abandon your country. But damn, dude. Not good. A Binary Eclipse, who's been a member for 9 months, says you can judge a person or group of people by what they celebrate and what they arbor. I agree. Look at the left in this manner and you will know they are evil. It is very over there. They hate you. They want, if you are white, they want you to be dead and raped. That's the truth. Dr. Thunder! Let's go for 5 says no one care about destiny because that's hurt people, like letting them self ego. Very well said, Dr. And my favorite brand, fake Dr. Pepper. All right. Let's get into it, shall we? Where we at? Oh, watch together. Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Guys, I want to make you clear about this, is that what you're about to watch is the most annoying thing you will ever have seen.
That's a really tall order.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yes.
How much the most annoying thing this week?
Emma Vigeland is about to say the dumbest fucking shit ever conceived. Let's go.
Well, joining me now is the host of the Amala Ekpunobi Show.
How if I turn the volume on?
The host of the Luke Beasley Show, Luke Beasley. The co-host of the Majority Report, Emma Vigeland. And the Conservative commentator, Deborah Lee. Welcome to all of you. It's a fascinating time, isn't it, to be alive?
Can I just say, if you're a sexist or in any way misogynistic...
To be clear...
Aiden, I'm still talking. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Sorry.
Fucking hell, woman. Jesus Christ, what your turn. You're worse than Emma Vigeland.
Sorry. Not that bad.
If you're a misogynistic person, by the end of this video, you will be very much justified in your opinion.
Yeah.
This lineup, can I just say, most closely resembles what a Danganronpa game would look like if the trial was to find out who started AIDS.
I'd like to point this out before it begins, though, because it is important. You have a black feminist, black warrior, a gay man, Emma Vigeland, and then the one conservative woman who, by the way, is way more attractive than us. But okay.
The black woman is not
we have,
a leftist, by the way.
She's not, but she is. She and the gay guy are not total leftists, but they are.
No, the gay guy is definitely a leftist.
The gay guy is definitely a leftist. The black woman apparently is more supposedly neutral.
Who's this Vigeland bitch again? Sorry, what's her name?
Emma Vigeland is
Emma Vigeland.
Third.
Emma Vigeland does look like someone drew Brie Larson from Memory with a Crayon.
Yes,
like
she's She's so awful. Just wait. You'll figure out how she is very quickly, Bill. Here she is.
Described her earlier in the
so
chat
many people like me. I never
as
thought
every
Glenn Beck and
female
I
person
would have a
Friends rolled
15-minute
into
chat
one.
where basically I nod my way
Yeah,
through
she
it,
is
and so
every
does he.
character in Friends rolled into
Amala,
one, yeah.
it feels to me, I mean, just this dancing alone that is going on all over America and the lack of mass
But
protests
it is very important,
feels
I think,
very,
to
very
point out.
different to
Hang
when
on.
Trump won
Please
last
let me.
time. Are you
Can I
sensing that?
please pause? Is it the black woman and the biggest gay who's ever existed disagree with Emma Vigeland? Because what she says is insane. But let's go.
Yes, 100%. And I think a lot of it has to do with the rhetoric that's been surrounding Trump. And I think this collective realization that we no longer have to be fearful of supporting this man, and we can actually be excited about his second term. You know, prior to this 2024 election, he's been called a fascist, a dictator on day one, an authoritarian. He's been likened to Hitler.
By
and
the
I think
way,
that created an environment where a lot of people felt like they had to sort of speak in hushed tones about their support of Donald Trump.
Please fucking pause. Oh my god, I
You
can't.
just shout at the
Okay,
technology. To
thank
make it
you.
work better.
Apparently, if I shout, then apparently
Because
it
I
works.
clicked it.
The reality is that she's right. Donald Trump. Now, here's the thing. Emma Vigeland, like I said earlier in this stream, they're now claiming they never called Trump a fascist. They never called Trump Hitler. This is all made up, but it's just a couple of random weirdos on Twitter who said this. This is their new
wait
fucking
till you
narrative.
get to that part to say this?
Yes, let it cook.
Some of the exit polling on election day found that young men in particular were more likely than any other demographic to sort of hide or lie about who they were supporting for president. And now that we've gone through this election cycle, the veil is lifted a little bit. People are coming out and they're dancing. They're talking about what this future could look like over the next 4 years. And I don't think they feel as afraid to speak up about these things. Even the media is going and speaking to Donald Trump. And these are publications that would have recently referred to him as Hitler or a fascist. So I think the tables are turning a little bit.
Well, they're even heading down there to kiss the ring, which I never thought I'd see from some of the MSNBC anchors. I mean, Luke Beasley, are you joining in the dancing? Are you secretly bopping away there to Young Man by Village People?
Absolutely not. I think
You've got to laugh at that. I mean, before I let you go, before you start,
No,
you have to laugh at the irony that the guy that everyone on the left calls the biggest bigot in America chose the #1 gay anthem as the one he would dance to on stage. I mean, come on. It's funny.
Heartwarming. So here's what I wish some of you would engage with, which I haven't heard. After Biden won, the MAGA side at large, Trump himself, didn't accept. I haven't heard you, Piers, say, wow, it's so impressive that whenever our side loses, even though a lot of MAGA folks are saying, if the left loses, they're never going to accept it. They're going to riot this time. It's going to be crazy.
Well, you did. You're doing that right now, by the way. You're out in the streets fucking screaming and crying.
We actually accepted it. We're
not only have I said that, hang on, Luke, hang on.
No, you didn't, though. You didn't.
Let him
You're
cook.
screaming and crying.
For God's sake,
You're
let him
trying
cook.
to demand a reconsideration.
Only if I said that. I also said,
Come on,
hang on,
like 2 seconds.
You challenged me. I'm going to respond to that one point, which is actually, I said to Trump's face, I thought it was disgraceful he didn't accept the election result. All right, and I did say that the Democrats deserve credit for the peaceful transfer. So you're completely wrong about that.
No, that during.
Well, Joe Biden's right now threatening World War III. That's his peaceful transfer of power. Welcome to what the left does versus what the right does. Get used to it, I guess.
The Democrats handle a peaceful transfer about as well as fucking R. Kelly.
Yeah, when leftists do a peaceful transfer, they start a fucking war with Russia. Great.
Just
better
a general
times.
understanding.
You mean when you agree with me?
I wish the MAGA side would do introspection and go, wow, it's not that the left is going, oh, we just love Trump now. It's that we're demonstrating to you what acting like an adult looks like and not lying about the election, not crying for years and years about it, and instead going, even though we still believe Trump has these fascistic tendencies, I still believe he's a threat to our democracy. I'm going to show you what caring about democracy looks like. That's what Biden has done.
Let me
That's
respond.
what Kamala Harris has done.
Let me respond.
Go for it.
When you say you're not crying about it, you might not be. But all I've seen in the last 2 weeks are people, women in particular, all over TikTok, screaming, cutting their hair off, saying they're never going to have sex with a Trump voter again. And now there's a mass exodus from X because Elon Musk owns it and he's next to Trump, from people like Bette Midler, Barbara Streisand, Don Lemon, you name it, off go the lefties. So I'm afraid there is a massive amount of toys out of the stroller going on. So you can say all you like. You say all like what great losers you are. All I've seen is a lot of squealing and resigning from platforms because they lost.
You're doing a huge disservice to your audience, putting on the same discussion, trying to overthrow an election, putting together fake electors to prevent the peaceful transfer of power, trying to get local officials to find fraudulent votes that don't exist.
Wait a minute, what the fuck is this? Is he's claiming the Trump election is faulty?
He means the
He's
2020.
doing this still?
He's like launched into a complete, like a weird side tangent, like he skipped a page in the script.
Yeah, like I think he actually skipped a page in his script. Like
He means the 2021.
Like, dude, he means 2020.
Yes.
But he's like, oh, but Trump and the false electors. What are you talking about? We're talking about 24, you dingus.
You're putting that on in the same category as people just being upset, like has happened every time people lose, always, in a way that's completely peaceful. And I've gone through this before on this show,
Really?
specifically, which is you have to look at people in positions of power to really get a sense of the significant responses we're seeing to certain things. So when you look at powerful Democrats,
How old is this kid, like
Biden with character and integrity respect to these results, whereas Trump, him being the person in a position of power, not some random person on TikTok, didn't do that.
I agree. Listen, you know what? You know what, Luke? I agree with you. I totally agree with you on that. So, just for what it's worth, I agree with you. Let me bring in Emma, because I want to play a clip. This is of this big Nancy Mace row. She's obviously used to build and bar transgender women from facilities on Capitol Hill.
Pause! Can you please pause?
If you yell at me, a fucking gay woman.
Just please stop unpausing when I'm trying to pause.
I am not clicking the damn thing.
Okay. What I want to say here about this
Don't you
is
fucking
that
take
Emma
that tone with me.
Vigeland is the worst she's ever been in this clip. She is. Now, I would like to say that after the fact, Emma came out on her own podcast or whatever fucking gay shit no one cares about and says that she intentionally goes onto quote-unquote right-wing streams and is as awful as possible on purpose so she never gets invited back to those streams.
Wait, she said that?
Yes, apparently. According to Actual Justice Warrior, that's what she said. Which I totally believe.
Yeah.
I mean, you heard her on Tim Pool. She did this exact same thing. Her apparent argument is that she goes onto these panels to be the worst person around to get clicks, which we're giving her, apparently, and so that she will never be invited back.
This is a week after the Republican-elect Sarah McBride made history of becoming the first openly transgender person elected to Congress. Let's take a look at the Nancy Mace explanation as to why she's doing this.
This effort in response to Congresswoman McBride coming to Congress?
Yes, and absolutely, and then some. I'm not going to stand for a man, if someone with a penis is in the women's locker room, that's not okay. And I'm a victim of abuse myself. I'm a rape survivor. I have PTSD from the abuse I've suffered at the hands of a man. And I know how vulnerable women and girls are in private spaces. So I'm absolutely 100% going to stand in the way of any man who wants to be in a women's restroom, in our locker rooms, in our changing rooms. I will be there fighting you every step of the way.
Now, Emma, Sarah McBride replied by saying this is a blatant attempt from far right-wing extremists to distract from the fact they have no real solutions to what Americans are facing. To which I say, well, I'm not even vaguely right, and I think it's wrong that biological men who've become trans women should be in women's spaces.
You're not vaguely right, Piers?
Yeah.
No, I'm
just
actually.
listened to a
I would
segment
say
please, can I please pause? For fuck's
What the
sake!
hell is wrong with your
For the
stupid
love
mouse?
of fucking God! Can I
press the
fucking
pause
pause?
button.
Pause, Jesus Christ.
Well, when I try to pause it, someone else presses play.
No one is pressing anything.
Yeah, they are, because every time I try to press
we are
pause,
not.
everyone can hear it happening where I'm pressing pause and then someone else is playing. Okay,
Pause
whatever.
it right now.
Here's
Unpause it
the
right
point.
now.
Oh, wow, someone else is pausing it.
No, we are not. My hand is not on the fucking mouse, woman.
Well, someone is doing. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, so Emma Vigeland is a complete fucking lunatic who is claiming none of this is happening. This has never happened. It's all fake. Now Emma Vigeland is not Anna Kasparian. Anna Kasparian got assaulted by a migrant who tried to mug her, and all of a sudden she became right wing. Emma Vigeland, I'd like to point this out to you guys, went to a elementary school that cost $40,000 a year. Her parents are extremely rich. She has never faced a single moment of adversity in her entire fucking life. And she's out here telling you that you should just accept being raped. Because that's just what you have to do for migrants. Sometimes they have a sexual crisis. You must accept being raped. This is what she says, though.
Commentators in the country repeatedly.
But rather
apparently
like,
something's happening
hang on,
because
I haven't finished
Bill
yet.
Maher and someone you saw on TikTok
I haven't finished yet. Let me ask you a question.
Being hysterical. Go ahead.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I do not identify, and I know you believe a lot in self-identity. I do not identify as conservative.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, I don't know what that means. Come on, Emma. You know what self-identification means. You fucking... She's the biggest lying whore on the entire fucking internet. Holy shit.
No, they're packing some as
Bill Maher's an old
hang on, let me finish. I haven't asked you a question yet.
I mean,
let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Right? Here's my question. If I, as a man who identifies as a liberal, if I can see why it's so wrong for biological men who have now become trans women to be in women's spaces, to be...
But I've identified you as a conservative,
Jesus
so I'm allowed
Christ,
to
you
have
don't
opinions.
fucking blow my fucking ear holes out again. Have
Sorry.
some fucking respect for the folks at home with headphones on.
That's what's going on in Emma's head, though, right now.
To be everywhere
That hideous
in women's
voice.
lives where they historically were not biological men supposed to be. Why are you not as exercised by this as a woman? I don't get it.
Why,
You're all about women's
why am
rights.
First of all, absolutely. I host a sports podcast. I care deeply about sports, and I believe that anybody that identifies as a woman should be able to participate in the sport.
I don't actually know if this is true or if this is a meme that she's doing. Because I think it's actually a meme that I don't think she actually does host a sports podcast. And this is like a whole joke of like, I don't know anything about sports and it's funny and a meme that I'm pretending that I do. But correct me if I'm wrong. I don't believe that this is true that she hosts a sports podcast. I think she's only saying this like as like, oh, but I host a sports podcast.
I wouldn't let
Correct
this
me if I'm
bitch
wrong.
host a parasite.
Yeah, true.
And I believe that anybody that identifies as a woman should be able to participate in the sport as long as it abides by the particular bylines.
Are you going to participate in that sport, Emma? Oh, no. No, you're not going to. Weird.
Or guidelines,
You know it's wrong. You know it's
of,
unfair.
Said sports league, but actually we're talking here about Nancy Mace,
Yeah,
who
you never did
loves
that.
a camera in her face and loves attention wherever she can.
Here's where it gets fascinating. All of a sudden, she switches to Nancy Mace. Nancy Mace has not been mentioned up until this point. Nancy Mace, who, as I discussed earlier, has received insane death threats from troons for just saying that men can't compete in women's sports. So she's not going to go on. Nope, Nancy Mace was not mentioned here at all, but she's not bringing up Nancy Mace.
Get it. You know, I find it pretty disgusting that she is basically implying that this trans lawmaker, just by being in her presence in the bathroom, may...
Yeah, there is a trans quote-unquote lawmaker who is a man in the restrooms in the Capitol building. And I'm sorry. You shouldn't use the women's restroom. You're not a woman. I don't care how much you look like one. And you know who would agree with me? People like Blair White.
You're drunk right now, aren't you?
A little bit.
Yeah,
I think so.
You're fairly plastered.
I'm a little bit plastered. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get through this damn shit. I gotta get through this. I gotta bed.
Rape her. I do choose to speak up for women's rights. I believe that I do so on my program, The Majority Report, regularly.
No, you don't.
The physiognomy of...
essentially to support
You don't give
Donald
a
Trump.
fuck about women's rights, you dumb bimp. Jesus Christ.
Wholeheartedly,
Yes,
who has been
Drunk
found
guys will
liable of sexual abuse
Sorry.
in court, and multiple of his cabinet appointments picks, including Pete Hegseth and Matt Gaetz.
Yes, it's happened so frequently now. We call it getting Kavanagh.
Yeah, how
There's actually a meme for it, so like, no one believes the sexual
inventing
allegations.
You keep inventing fake
They've
sexual assault
been credibly
allegations,
accused, yeah, from something they did in 1996.
like I said, now what I would like to see is now for her to do a Sunny Hosteen. Sunny Hosteen, do one of hers. What are you going to be required to fucking give your retraction like Sunny had to? Emma? You dumb bitch.
Have been credibly
Get
accused
fucked.
of sexual assault themselves. So apparently it's triggering for her because
Well, when you
someone's
say credibly
genitalia may be
accused,
slightly different
all
in the
of them-
stall
when
next
you say
to
credibly
her.
accused,
Well, but it
the
doesn't
last two
matter
names
to
you
her that
mentioned have-
Trump
the
has
last
been
two-
found
Okay,
liable
you
of
can't just keep
sexual
talking.
assault in
All
court.
right.
Piers.
Yeah, she
Time out.
can.
Has
Dozy
Trump
fucking
been found
bitch can
liable
keep
of sexual
talking
assault
she
in
likes.
court with
Trump was
Ethan
found
Carroll?
guilty in
He
a
did.
civil action.
Even her
He
own
denied it, as you
people.
know.
Found
And in case of
liable,
Matt,
exactly.
and the case of
Okay,
Gates
hang on.
and Pete
So the
Hesketh,
preponderance
they
of
had-
evidence
Please,
went
can't
her
just
can
keep
I?
talking.
Okay, I
And
can't
he's
pause.
asking-
All right, thank you. The other people who might be on her side aren't even allowed to speak because she won't shut the fuck up.
What happens if you hit
Now,
spacebar?
now you can keep playing. You can keep playing now. You just kept pausing me every
She's
other.
been
No one is
Play it.
fucking pausing you. We're not clicking on the damn thing. No, we are not.
Okay.
All right, keep
And
talking.
he has been accused
Let
by
me know when you
dozens of
finish.
women.
Let me
There
know.
you go.
Are you finished?
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
When we have a debate, the customary for the host leads it, and you respond to questions, okay? If I may be so bold. The point is that Hesketh and Gates have categorically denied any wrongdoing, and none has been proven against them. In Trump's case, it was a civil action, as you know, not a criminal action. The criminal case against him was shuffling paperwork over an alleged one-night stand with a porn star. So it's not quite how you categorized it. Deborah Lee, let me bring you in here.
Has this trans lawmaker been accused of rape? Has this trans lawmaker
No, but actually, if you are a congresswoman, if you're a congresswoman who survived sexual assault, you should be entitled.
Yes, Bill.
And so it's like, as she been accused of sexual assault, give it a week. She's only just started.
To feel safe in the
So
restroom.
the presence of a trans woman in the bathroom. Oh gosh, you know, here in New York, there are a lot of multi-gender bathrooms, and I've gone to the bathroom next to a man. Oh my goodness, it was so fearful. What was I
would
going
actually
to do
be quite
with the rest
fearful
of
if
my life? I mean,
if I
this
found you
this is
lurking next to me
ridiculous.
in a men's
It's because no one will
No, wait,
go
let
near you because you're ugly as
Pierce
sin.
cook.
restroom.
Let
I feel
Pierce cook
fearful.
here.
Deborah Lee, let me bring you in.
Pierce just said that if he was next to Emma Vigeland in a restroom, he'd be fearful, which I would as well. I would be very afraid if I were in a
If
restroom.
she was next to
stall
me in a
to Emma
bathroom, I guarantee
Vigeland.
she's not leaving there conscious.
She's gonna do something fucked up. She's a lunatic, yeah.
Let a poor girl up for air once in a while.
Ridiculous accusation, Pierce.
I didn't make an accusation. It's a statement of fact. I would feel fearful.
You would feel uncomfortable? Why would you
If
feel
you were
uncomfortable?
lurking around me in a men's urinal,
Why
damn
would
right, I'd
he
feel uncomfortable.
feel? Emma, why would he feel uncomfortable around you in his restroom?
Because you're a
Because
psychopath.
you're a psychopath.
Also, yeah, like, okay, let's remove from the scenario the fact she looks like fucking fucking Captain Marvel. I've forgotten her name now. That's how fucking boring she is.
Brie Larson.
She's like Brie Larson on if she did Skag. Let's remove that. Actually, I don't even fucking need to. Look at the fucking state of her. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'd be
and she's just belaboring this
I don't
joke.
know.
This is clearly a joke, a Britishism. And
Yes,
she's just
well, she can't
dragging it
understand.
out.
She can't understand jokes because she's a humorless bint. But would you two lads? Would you rather be in a restroom with a tranny or Emma Vigeland?
Emma, because I can do things.
Emma, but only because most trannies that I've run into tend to be like fucking 7 feet goddamn tall for some reason.
Yeah,
So,
they're always.
I'm sorry, I'm not fighting.
Yeah.
I'm not busting out Shaq Fu to deal with these assholes. I'll take my chances with someone who's
Alright,
going to just be annoying at me.
Let's finish this up. I hate this whole fucking clip so much.
Lurking.
Well, what else would you be doing
Is this
there?
lawmaker lurking?
What else would you be doing there?
Going to the restroom.
I don't want you going to my
into the
restroom.
But they're often not. They're often there to creep, and we
Also,
all
Piers
know
brings up an
this.
important note. It cuts both ways. Blokes should be allowed to shit in peace.
Exactly.
Yes, blokes should be allowed to shit in peace, and women should be allowed to piss and shit in peace. Get the fuck out of
Like,
here, trannies. Go to the restroom that aligns with your fucking gender. I don't care how you
Men's
look.
lavatories are already
You got a
complete
penis,
crap in
you
terms
gotta
of
use the
layout.
men's
There's no
restroom.
privacy whatsoever. You're lucky you've got a fucking stall door these days.
I mean,
I don't think people want to be trying to take a piss whilst Large Marge fucking does laps of the room, grabbing whatever's loose.
Be glad that I'm tolerant enough to say that if you've had bottom surgery, I think you might be allowed to be to use a woman's restroom. Only because you can't rape me with your dick. Because let's be really honest,
They can
it's what a
still beat
bunch
the
of
crap out of
trannies
you.
want to do. A bunch of trannies want to do that. They
Or
want
be
to rape women. Let's be honest. It's not. Stop lying about it. Be clear.
You gotta be so fucking like molten steel fucking porn brained to even be that AGP. So God knows what they're into. They're running around in fucking gimp suits with fucking crab claws for all I fucking know. So it doesn't really it doesn't matter if they got their knackers chopped off. You should keep fucking chopping. And just
Well, at least
feed
you
it
don't have
through
a
a meat
knacker
grinder
to.
and be done with it.
They just don't have a knob to fucking rape me with.
They got arms though.
They sure do.
Stick in your own.
Who's more importantly,
And
you blokes don't
look,
want to have
here's
to.
the thing.
Blokes want to be able to piss in peace.
Let me put it this way. I'm a female who is disabled. I don't have good control over my legs. My legs basically don't work.
Your mouth.
Emma Vigeland would want me to get raped. That's what she's saying through all of this. Is that, and look at her, and she would put it with her smiling face that she has right there. is that she would think it would be great that me as a conservative woman will get raped.
I don't think she even thinks that
As a,
far.
as a, as a
Look,
disabled, no, she particularly loves it. She says it as much here that she
I don't
wants
care what she
disabled women
thinks
to get
or
fucking
wants.
raped.
Because quite frankly,
You
look
know?
at her. She'd be happy if you put an unlicked window in front of her. It doesn't fucking
true.
matter who these fucking like brainlets think. Don't delude yourself by
Right.
thinking it matters what they think. That's the whole point.
No, it doesn't matter what the fuck
you
they
into
think.
thinking
But
that
I think it's just important to point
it's
out
worth listening
that
to.
Emma Vigeland wants disabled women to be raped. That's what she wants.
Talk, woman. Shut the fuck up.
I already did. I'm just saying Emma Vigeland has made it very clear that she wants disabled women to be raped. And
No,
I'm not
she
going to stop
doesn't.
saying it, Emma, for the rest of the... She just said it.
Pageantry and hyperbole are things I just don't.
She just said it.
Yeah,
Spoon, if I'm going to act upon the way that the left acts upon us, then I will. And the reality is that based on what Emma Vigeland has said here, is that she wants disabled women to be raped by trans men. They deserve it. And I know that's insane. It's not what she actually said. But I could make it spun that way. And that's what she would do to us in such case. Fuck you.
It's belaboring the point at this point.
For my safety, never mind yours.
Okay, but would a man
It's
be
so
lurking?
specific,
Would a
yes, it
man, a
is.
biological man, is
Yes,
he lurking next
that's
to
the
you?
whole point.
Why is there something inherently perverted about going to the bathroom? You right wingers, and yes, I'm including you in this with this
There
classical
isn't.
liberal BS, are
Something inherently perverted about going to the bathroom. It's because it's your most vulnerable state, you dumb bint.
You do realize
so bad
bathrooms
faith.
have always been segregated forever. So
Yes.
why is this a thing now?
Well,
What the
it's
fuck?
apparently a problem because you think that bathroom usage is sexual?
Woman, why the hell are you doing
Well,
that
it's
voice?
certainly very very
Quit with the fucking dumb
vulnerable
voices.
place.
It's fucking grating on the ears.
Sorry, it's a very vulnerable place for women and for anyone, for men as well. It's a very vulnerable place for people to
No, it
be in
isn't.
the bathroom.
It's incredible. You
Right.
are linking sexual abuse and sexual assault to trans people inherently, and that
Well, their
They're
proclivity
disproportionately
towards
involved.
sexual abuse is
It's
insane.
like 15 times.
It's like it's like 15 times the normative rate. They're just this. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I like not every trans person, but
The
being
chance
trans.
I think sexual. I think
Basically
sex
a-
crimes per 100,000. It's
Yeah.
like white men. It's like 3 for black men. It's
Yeah.
like 5 or 10. With like trans women, it's like 1,500 in 100,000.
Well, yeah, they can't figure out how to have sex with women, so they quote unquote become women and therefore become rapists. I mean, and because then it's like, well, I'm not allowed to be accused of being a rapist if I just rape while being a woman. That's all they think about. They're
When
they're
your rate
freaks.
of sexual offense per capita is so large compared to everyone else that
Mhm.
it can be, rather than measuring it in per 100,000, you can just measure it in
Mhm.
percentage of the population.
Yeah.
With only a few decimal points, you're in trouble.
I mean, if you actually look at like the actual sort of now, there's no data that's available on this because it's all been hidden, because of course it has been. But if I were to imagine the rate of MTF transgender to any report of sexual assault or sexual impropriety, I would say it's probably about 80%. Just a guess. Just a guess. I could be totally wrong. There's no data on that. But my guess is that if they were to do that literature, that research, it would be about 80% of trans male to female have been implicated in some sexual impropriety. They just keep being it. I don't know, stop doing it, but they can't because it's part of their fetish, I guess. I don't know.
That is a bigoted
No,
statement.
I want trans people to
Absolutely
have. I want them to have fairness and equality like the rest of us, just not where it erodes women's rights. But Deborah Lee, you've been listening to this patiently.
But separate
All
but
right,
equal.
Emma,
Separate but
we're
equal.
4
right,
people on the
Pierce? I would
panel.
like to respond to that.
Deborah, your
Everybody
response.
equal. No. I don't want you equal to me at all because you're not me. Emma, your weird fucking face. You are not. How can you say it's about other women?
Drink some
You want
water.
women to get raped.
Yeah, drink some fucking water.
She
Drink
wants
water.
other women to get
Drink
raped
water.
because she
No,
knows
they
that
don't.
she'll never be.
You her.
As somebody who grew up as an athlete, I would have been terrified if there was a man in my sports, in my leagues, playing against me. My own brother, who's 2 years older than me, anytime we would play basketball against each other, he would knock me down. And you say that you speak up for women's rights, but you...
Look at her fucking...
Aiden, let the woman cook.
Let
for fuck's
the
sakes.
fuck... Let this...
Can
We don't want to stuck on this shit all
watch
night.
Emma Vigland, her giggling at this.
We want to,
Have you
but
heard about
he
the case in
calls
Virginia
shit.
where a man put on a skirt even though he went with male pronouns and went into the bathroom and sexually assaulted a 15-year-old girl, and now the parents are suing the school because they tried covering it up. You want to protect women? We're not saying that every single trans person has violent tendencies, but it's opening this up that any single person, if there's no checks on this, any man can put on a skirt, say, I'm a woman, and go into the bathroom, and it's paving the way to make it easier for predators to attack women. And I don't know why you're so offended that women want to be able to use the bathroom without men in their presence. That is something that is totally normal and fair to ask.
I just find it amazing.
It wasn't an anecdote. It was a real criminal case. It's not an anecdote. An anecdote is something that you just... in my personal life. She's talking about an actual criminal case that happened. And fucking Emma Vigland goes, that's an anecdote.
Right.
You give Emma Vigland a billion, quote-unquote, anecdotes of trannies abusing women, and she would continue to support this because she's never going to have to deal with it. No, the reason she doesn't care is because she will never have to deal with it. She lives in a protected community.
Honestly, I find it amazing that on the left, if we talk about abortion, all hell breaks loose. Women should be protected. Women must feel safe. Women must have rights. Women should have autonomy over their bodies. And yet, when it comes to sport, you're quite happy for biological males. Or let's put it this way.
You know what?
Put it this way. Hang on. You've got to let me finish the question.
I think it's a little different.
You've got to let me finish the question. Sorry, Emma, you really are not familiar with how these things work.
No, Piers.
You have to let me ask the question.
Should Yao Ming have been banned from the NBA because he's too tall? I mean, we got to make it be fair in competition.
I tell you what's not fair. When you have a boxer in the Women's Olympics boxing winning a gold medal who has male chromosomes and who beat up one of his opponents.
Based on a Russian,
beat up one of his opponents, her opponents, whatever you want to call this boxer. Please stop talking when I'm talking. It's so boring for everyone watching. They can't hear us if you do that.
Pause it.
Right?
This is your
pause. I mean,
please, someone pause. Someone else pause because I can't pause. I can't pause because everyone might pause, someone else unpauses.
No one is pressing the fucking thing. What the hell is wrong with your head? No, we are not.
Well, the reality is that every single person watching can hear it, can see it happening in real time.
No,
that you guys are unpausing stuff. Well, I mean, rewatch it upon your perusal.
No one gives a shit. Jesus Christ.
I don't even know what I was talking about now, and the fact that I can't even fucking pause to say anything. All right, go ahead.
I have to mute you, because honestly, everyone is sick of this now. Just please, conduct yourself properly in a debate.
Yeah, I'm sick of it too.
Right? Let me bring in Amala. You've been waiting patiently. What do you think of this?
Yeah, I mean, I just have a question. How many more anecdotes do you need of women and young girls being assaulted due to these laws and regulations for you to actually care about it? I've heard many stories. I'm in Los Angeles. Here at Wiesbaden, Los Angeles, we had a grown man. Here in Wiesbaden, Los Angeles, we had a grown man actually go into the women's locker room at a spa, expose themselves to all the women there, all of the young girls there. In Loudoun County, Virginia, you had a young girl who was raped in her school bathroom, a place where she is meant to feel safe, by a trans-identifying student. In the state of New Jersey, in their prison system, they allowed trans-identifying women to go ahead and move over to the women's facility. That ended up with 2 pregnant inmates. Be it consensual or non-consensual, it does not matter. These situations are 100% avoidable. And we are in no way characterizing all trans women as being predatory in nature by any means. It is to say that you are opening a door that needs to remain closed. And our comfort does matter. Our safety does matter.
And by the way, Amala, hang on, Emma, I'll come back to you. Emma, I'll come back to you. But also fairness matters too. So the United Nations 2 weeks ago had a report that said just under 900 medals have been won by trans athletes in women's sport, thus depriving biological actual women from winning medals because they are literally not as strong, not as powerful, do not have the endurance.
For the love of fucking God!
Jesus Christ, fucking conduct yourself, woman.
Because I'm freaking out because, like, why can you guys
you fucking drank
No one is pressing the fucking button.
Unpausing.
It's probably queuing up the inputs.
Why do you guys keep fucking pausing?
No one is pressing the stupid thing.
It's infuriating.
You are the one who's hosting the thing, you twat.
That doesn't mean anything, and you know
yes,
that.
It does.
Control priority.
You're all able to pause things as you feel so inclined. That's why we do it this way.
At this point.
Okay, all right. I'm. You know what? I'm fucking done. I'm done with this. I'm angry as fuck. I'm
No
too
shit.
fucking pissed off with the fact that y'all keep fucking pausing
No
my
one
shit.
is pressing the fucking thing, you idiot.
Just kill